Just what I do. How has it changed?
Southern Kratos, all of a sudden. No.
Or fucking Arthur Morgan. Would you rather be Kratos or Arthur Morgan?
It's Kratos.
Blah.
But he took Arthur Morgan's outfit.
But Atreus. Ragnar, it seems like Atreus is fucking Dutch. It's like, we just gotta keep going a little more. I know he's here. Gotta stick to the plan. Gotta stick to the prophecy. Gotta stick to the prophecy, father. Prophecy says we go to Tahiti. After this one last job. This one last side quest, father.
All paths in my life lead to Tahiti.
You didn't say you hit the button. You never said you hit the button, so I didn't send the message. I know you did, so I'm calling you a bitch.
I just can't get over fucking God of Redemption 2. Red Dead Ragnarok. That's way better.
It fits.
Red Dead Ragnarok.
Boy.
I can't talk about it because of spoilers, but I'm just imagining a bunch of people as the fucking Vanderlyn gang, but they're the God of War people. It's Mimir Hosea.
I want Mimir, who's still just ahead, to be wearing a little cowboy.
Yes. Where's the mod? I can't mod a PlayStation. I can't do it. I don't know how. Fuck, let's just mod Red Dead instead with just Hosea's just a head. Just a floating head. Fucking. Oh. I will say, I want to talk about Ragnarok a little bit more. Odin was, nothing I expected out of Odin was what I got. And I never knew I needed it.
I don't know why you guys can all of a sudden hear them. Give me a minute. Got it fixed. And we're back. Hello.
Oh, we're back.
We've done
Hello,
things.
welcome for the first time.
Yeah. You guys apparently couldn't hear me earlier, but that's normal. You're not supposed to hear me. But you could hear other people because for some reason they decided to do that for some reason. So now, hello.
You can't keep us down.
I'm like a wizard from Lord of the Rings. I do as I please. You can't stop me.
It was pretty
I'm cast by
jarring.
the gods do shit. You can't stop me.
I didn't notice because I guess Second Shadow noticed it first because they were talking about how I see you stole his job, and I think that was right after Emerald had said like you stole my job. So like I just didn't notice back then. I was eating a sandwich. But yeah, I got it fixed though. Everything's good. Everything's great. The music is now separate from the people's voices once more. So that is fantabulo. But yeah,
Right.
hello. We also had a little bit of Burn Babonga in there for a little bit because you know it's just the greatest. It has to stay in. It has to stay in there forever. But yeah, we're back with some Zelda, my guys. Some post Crimbo Zelda.
Oh my god. Post Crimbo.
Christmas break happened inside of Zelda. It's been 2 months in game. Everything's changed, and you guys have to catch up.
The Riverzora tribe is destroyed. It's a crater now.
Mm-hmm.
The damn
Everyone's
city
dead.
has been broken and has flooded Lower Hyrule.
And Gorthos still can't swim. Unfortunate. But that's okay. He still doesn't have his beach body ready.
The giant rock has taken roost in Hyrule Castle.
Your beach body
Punished
is just
Marco
Zora.
has become reality.
Punished Marco is hunting down and going to viciously murder the Sage of Life.
Mm-hmm.
And his
I mean, that was happening anyway,
has
right?
left many bodies.
Oh, that part.
No.
Don't worry. If we're doing fucking Metal Gear reference, I'll make you a metal arm. Don't worry. Check cut yours off. Hold on. Hold still.
Gothos, we need the Metal Gear.
Forget that. Gorthos will build something that surpasses Metal Gear.
That's the point.
But like, by that logic, we just said that Gorthos himself probably made the Metal Gear because if somebody else made it, he'd probably say it was perfect. But because he said he could make it better, that means he doesn't think it was perfect. That means he made the original Metal Gear.
Why do you think he's saying he needs to make a better Metal Gear?
I've gone cross-eyed.
I know. Gorthos knows what he said. Do you? Bitch.
But yes, I did some catch-up rolls today to make sure that people off in other places are doing their things. We rolled for HimboCon. They're doing all right. They're doing their job maybe. I
The
rolled
Himbo
for
Convoy.
rolled for a couple of other background people. They're doing all right. I'm sure they're doing fine. And I haven't done anything for rolling for anybody around you guys because all that stuff's just gonna probably happen or whatever. Probably maybe. It's fine.
Yeah.
But now today we're gonna be getting into some superfood. Gotta have some superfood today, and it's gonna be great and wondrous
Yeah.
and wunderbar, and we will see how things go. Blue, no
Yeah,
beloved
yeah, he's
NPCs
gonna
are in
come
danger.
and
Trust
judge
me,
Polo's food.
exactly. Freaking, you guys have like the best fish fry ever. Then Oprah's mom shows up and goes, "This is shit. Everything's shit."
Just Gordon Ramsay's it all up. These fish are rotten.
Puts 2 pieces of lettuce on the side of Polo's head because they can't have bread.
What are you? An idiot solid? Am I still like all like bitty and clippy and weird? Or
No,
is it
you're
better
good.
now?
You're good.
Okay, sweet. Just had to restart voice mod.
Hey, the bot worked.
Yep, I love seeing how long it takes. It's usually 10 minutes after we start, like around there, and it's big funny. Good job, network bot. I love you. I'll mess with you some more later. I've been busy. But yeah,
Sounds like there was a holiday or something.
it's almost like there was a hula hard.
A hula hop.
A hula hard.
My God. That only means one thing. They're back.
They're back.
My God.
I forgot that we dragged in a whole bunch of River Zora just hanging out. So I'm moving them all about, letting them have a good time and mingle, you know. There we go. I'll just separate them all evenly all the way throughout the area. Perfect. 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 All right, I think they're all spread out evenly enough. Do you guys think?
Me.
I think they're all like spread
Yeah.
out evenly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna jump in to the actual room now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, we jumped in to the actual room, and here we are, looking down at this wonderful image that Squeaky got for us. Thank you very much, Squeaky.
Yeah.
Look at them, all having a good time. Magic Frog be a magic frog.
Yeah.
I'm still very happy anytime I see Magic Frog. It's just he was so tiny.
Me too, man.
He was so tiny, you know?
He's lived a full life.
Yeah. Off screen,
regrets.
but an off screen full life.
Yeah,
full
well,
life.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah. He'll tell us all about it whenever he develops speech.
Yeah. He can talk. He just doesn't.
He just decides not to. He doesn't have
Yeah.
he doesn't really have anything to say.
We're not worthy of his words.
Oh man, my guys, as we come back into things here, I'm just gonna go ahead and set some kind of music up here. Who wants to tell us what happened last time?
Shoot.
I will roll us a d4, and
do
we will
that.
decide then. With Squeaky being the 1 and Roland being the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Going in that direction, hey-ya. So Squeaky, what happened?
Oh wow, okay. Last time on Zelda, I'm pretty sure we had we had continued where we left off, where it was going to see the Lady Queen Zora, and I'm trying to remember. She was mean. She was pretty mean. She was like freaking. First off, I don't like you, Ronan. I don't like you or anything about your kind and your people. And I don't like that your people got special treatment by the Gorthos with a legendary spear that actively kills us because we wibble our fingers just a bit more than you guys do. And I demand that you guys not only give me that spear, but also the person wielding it, and then also make me one that's even just as good, if not better. I am hoping for better. I will be sorely disappointed if you get me equal standing, because we have been treated unfairly for a long time, you see. So please do that. Gorthos was like, Gorthos was like, if you wanted one, you didn't have to do any of this. You just had to ask. It's not like I was favoring the other Zoras or anything. To which the others said, no, Gorthos, that was specifically why, because you were favoring the other Zora, because they accepted your Lord and Savior, Zelda the Mortal Goddess. Like, that was the whole point. And Gorthos just kind of stood there for a second and looked into the camera like they do in The Office, because he forgot that very important detail. And,
I don't know what you're talking about.
And just as she decided that she didn't want to see us anymore and had her leadership questioned by the sheep that hasn't even sat on the throne yet, she kicked us all out. And we were like, man, she was a bitch. Well, what do we do now? And it was like, well, let's check out the fucking schmucks from Hateno. They seem to be doing some good. And Gorthos was like, we should probably tell Volmana that his people are about to go to war. And Marco was like, I'll go with you. Ronan was like, I need to go check on Adam because unfortunately, we didn't have a choice but to make this bargain. So we should also check on our other Zora friends. And Obra was like, I'll go with you. And Apollo was like, I'm going to go check on the Bandit Queen because last we checked, she was still learning how to run her cult of obsessed simps. No one went with her. So, actually, no, Vega kind of went with her. No, actually.
He was around.
He was around. He didn't go with her, but he was around. He was in the general vicinity.
Yeah. He was around enough. He was around enough to quip.
Yeah, with Gorthos and Marco, they checked on Volmana and they let him know, hey, Gorons are going to war. And you might want to go check that out. That huge map you have is completely useless to us now. And Volmana was like, oh man, it's going to take me a bit, even with my fast Goron rolls. But what's that you say? You have a house that will at least cut that trip in half? Say no more. I'll go to your funky house. And then at some point they went to Oscar, and Oscar was like, you know what? I kind of have a mission somewhere around, I can't remember where his mission was, to like
the
map
Western
some
Mountains.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, map the dungeons where like that belonged to Vol Circuit and stuff. And someone was like, and Gorthos was like, that's gonna take you a while to get there, but we extend the offer of our house that'll cut this trip in half for you. And Oscar was like, that's pretty cool. You can also commission me for any other weird maps or dungeons you need me to get the layouts of. Should you want me for those things? And they went into the little portal house and I think are waiting for us in the house, or will go off and do their own things once they reach that. Ronan went to go check on the other Sea Zora and on Jason, and the other Sea Zora were doing okay. They were constantly being checked on by some of the River Zora, and they thought it was very, very racist, and it was. But they really couldn't really do anything at the moment since they were in the River Zora's home turf, and to do anything would just give them even more reason to be very, very racist.
They were actually having a good time with this boy.
Yeah, they're having a good time with this one. This one's okay, but all the other ones, like, we gotta check and make sure they're not doing any dastardly Zora things.
All the other ones, though.
and they were having a good time. And Ronan had to break the news to Adam that he's like, I'm really sorry, buddy, but the Zora Queen wants to keep you in her castle, freaking strapped up and at her whim, and you can only do what she says. You can only do whatever you want if she gives you permission. It's not as fun and kinky as it sounds, but you don't even know what the hell's going on right now, so it's okay, dude. We'll make sure nothing happens to you. They will treat you with something resembling respect, because it won't be actual respect. And Jason the whole time was kind of like finicking and twiddling her thumbs for a bit. When she was like, Ronan, I think you're my dad. And Ronan was like, what? He was like, I think you're my dad because I remembered my dad's name is Ronan. And it's really weird, and please don't point it out, that even though the only thing I couldn't remember was my dad's name, apparently his features also escaped me. That had nothing to do with the Gomez, but, don't ask about it, Ronan. I think you're my dad. And, Ronan was very confused at this because he was like, did I adopt you? Did I make it with a Hylian? where's Obra and all this? I like to hope that maybe we
You have
adopted. I'm really hoping we adopted. And then Gorthos came in and said, I too am the father. And Ronan was even more confused because now he's like, wow, I'm really hoping we just adopted. Like they say it takes a village, but I wasn't thinking it would be literal. And Jason was like, but here's the thing, Ronan. I think you're my dad because the song you taught me is the song I taught you. And that means that there's a time paradox, which means one of us is not from the current time. And I don't know, maybe it might be me, but that also means it could be you. Have you ever considered that, Ronan? And Ronan was like, I'm pretty sure it's not fucking me.
I think she misremembered. Her dad's name is Roland. It's a common mistake.
Either way, you might this is kind of still not making sense because there are so many unanswered questions, and there's got to be some jibbly juice in the timelines. But you just don't say that in public, okay, Jason? Just don't say it in public, and we won't have to worry about any.
Don't call me daddy in public, please.
Okay, Dad.
and definitely not in front of Obra. That's gonna be. I don't think she would care that much, but I just don't want her asking questions. So
I'm too young. I'm only fucking however old we decided.
86 years old.
Only 86 years old.
No, you see, what would happen is the bear would get really intrigued, find it amusing, and would constantly tease about it.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, with Polo, freaking Sierra came in and she was like, wow, you guys are back here a lot earlier than expected. And Polo said, yeah, we have a habit of either figuring out situations and taking forever or taking like a day. In this case, it was the latter, but we'll take it because it was pretty neat. Hateno's safe now. You can go there, but it might be a little funny on the way. Just be careful. And she was like, funny things are happening. You're telling me. Some weird dude with way too much fucking cologne tried to hit on me. And then, because his cologne had freaking destroyed my nostrils, we got attacked by some Lizalfos, and they sprained my whittle ankle. And I got this weird vial of sparkly juice from him. And I'm thinking of showing it to the queen because she might be able to freaking discern what this is. And I'm just telling you right now, that guy with the overpowering fucking cologne. Freaking don't know what was going on, but the temple smells like pungent Lizalfo's armpit, and it was really bad. And it could be what all that cologne was for. The Sage of the Sun, who it was that was stalking me and flirting with me, it might be a Lizalfo's, but we don't know. But if you're saying that this sparkly water makes them coherent and capable of thought and feelings and souls, 1 + 1 might just equal 2. But what's that you say? The freaking Zora Queen doesn't like you? Have you considered giving her a gift? You never mentioned giving her. No one ever mentioned giving her a gift, but maybe we could have. Maybe that. No, we didn't, Sierra. She was like, well, this is your lucky day. I have 3 differently sized gifts that you could, in fact, give her. We have the big box.
4 differently sized gifts.
4 of them. We have the really big box, the kind of big box, the medium box, and your wiggle box. And you can pick whichever one because you kind of did us a favor and we'll do you a favor back. And Polo was like, holy man, I sure do like the sound of you doing us that favor. I was gonna just ask for the pretty sparkly water because we just told you what it does, most likely if that's the same thing. But I was also going to be just hosting a fish fry because my brother has an obscene amount of fish. And she was like, you can have 2 items. And one of the items was a very, very sparkly, because she had also asked, how much does the queen hate your guts? And we said, very much so, yes, because Ronan. And she was like, you will probably want the very sparkly witch gem. I can't tell you where I got this. You can say it was through questionable methods because it was in fact how we obtained this, but I will never tell. But it was a jewel from a young fiery witch, and apparently the queen's magic prowess has been waning as of late. this is probably the best sucking up gift that you could possibly give her. She might ask some questions as to why the convenient gift, but just pretend it was just fate. You guys fuck with that all the time though, right? Yeah, don't worry about it. And then the extra big box is an egg. Not just any egg, a really big egg. Not just any really big egg, but a rock egg. Apparently, the Zoras really the river Zoras really like eggs, and rock eggs especially are quite the delicacy. We don't know if it's fertilized. It might be, but we don't know. But it might be. You can have them both. And Polo took the egg and the pretty witch jewel and went about her way, making a deal with the bandit queen that she would also cook for her at her request, whenever that request would be. And Polo was like, "Yeah, sure. I just need the ingredients for this fish fry and that one." And she was like, "Don't worry, Polo. I shall send my finest men on this very important endeavor. For fried fish is very, very important to me." And she had assigned us her great buff himbo army to grab all the fish, and Vega and Magic Frog also helped. And Polo decided to stay behind to work on that big old fish fry. Meanwhile, while the rest of the party reconvened, egg +2. Dear God, already?
Right whenever you said you can have one of these items, there was the "for real." So I looked over and I saw that Eggy River gave $120
to the egg.
Oh, wow.
It says, "So it has come to my attention you have found an abandoned egg. Thus I've decided to give this lost child my blessing. Prestige to the egg."
Oh God, it's gonna be a shiny rock now.
Maybe it'll be fertilized now.
Who knows?
The rock egg turns to be a fucking dragon egg.
So upon Polo bringing the spoils to the rest of the party, we all explained everything that was going on. Polo gave the necklace, the gem, to Ronan, and then explained that should for some reason that fail, we still have this big egg, but still lingering on the fact that it might not be fertilized. And even though we're not at that point that it would ever truly be a relevant point of debate, Polo's not sure about how she feels about possible abortion yet. So she points out that the egg might be fertilized and she would very much like to check it because having a rock sounds pretty freaking cool. And Vega immediately heard that and was down to clown because what? A giant bird? That sounds metal as fuck. I want a giant bird. We can't cook this egg. My first decree as king is that we do not cook this egg.
I love
And
you,
Polo-
Steven. I think that's your name, maybe.
We said Stanley, but let's
I
go
love
with
you,
Hermes.
Stanley.
But Hermes
Okay.
eventually grew
I
on
love
me.
you, Hermes.
But eventually, while the rest of the party was like, "Polo, you can't just bring a rock into the house," he said, "I already did the first time. Now I'm gonna do it again. Watch me."
I'll fucking do it again.
Oh, I already brought rock, and now I'm gonna bring a rock. So
I think the only person that had any misgivings is Marco about it.
yeah, Marco doesn't like birds clearly, as he wears one on his head.
Marco, what the fuck? Why don't you like birds?
Who knows?
No one's
man?
ever asked him how he got that feather.
But well, as everyone decided to leave Polo to her extravagant shenanigans, she went to go off and do the fish fry. To which Ronan was like, "Okay, we've got a pretty nice jewel here. We've got Adam. Now let's freaking give them both to the queen." And they sauntered their way back to the Queen Zora. And the Queen Zora was like, "Now what the fuck do you want? Oh, you brought my diamond spear and my diamond spear, but where's my diamond spear plus?" And Gorthos said, "I'm fucking working on it. You shrunk me. I can't do it right now. I don't even have a forge. Like, can you be fucking patient, you goddamn cunt-smelling bitch?" And she was like,
You're putting
"Okay, I
words
guess
in
I
my
can-
mouth.
I guess I can unshrink you." And she unshrinked him, but like that was near the end. And
That didn't happen yet.
Rewind.
and as they submitted Adam to the fucking Zora Queen, Adam, they were like, "Okay, so Adam is gonna sleep on this bed here on the side of the Queen's room, It's just gonna be a plain bed. It's just big enough for him. It is not a clam, which offended Ronan greatly.
These monsters.
And he shall stay here. He has to ask for my permission to go anywhere. Adam's first thing being, can he go to the fish fry? But the queen said she'll fucking think about it. Also, where's your dumb sheep that questioned my authority? And they were like, she's off cooking fish. And it was like, why she can see future shit? Why the fuck? She probably foresaw that I was gonna fucking kick her ass. That's why she's not fucking here. And it was like, no, she's literally just frying fish right now as we speak. She's making fish for everybody. And she was like, okay, well, whatever. So
Just wanna talk
he
to her.
stays. He stays here. Gorthos, you need to make me that spear. And oh, what's this little box? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow. Ronan, you got me this really nice witch gem? Okay, so I'm just saying, if you want, I can bring in another bed and we can situate it over there. And you can stay here and we can. And Oprah was like, now hold up, bitch. You may be my mother. You may be my mother. But you shall not be a homewrecker. And she took her man. She claimed her man in front of everybody. And she took him. And the queen just stood there with her pretty little gem and she put it on her head and she was like, I don't know what she got so upset about. and as she looked at herself in the mirror and was like, thank you, Ronan, for this amazing gift. Maybe I slightly misjudged you and your people, but you still might have to prove to me that that Gorthos can make me the Diamond Spear Plus. And Ronan was like, I'm kind of busy being taken away by your daughter. And Gorthos said, don't worry, man, we'll get to it at some point. We're gonna leave now. And then as Gorthos left, he got all big again. And we left the queen again as she flicked her curtain, singing and admiring her pretty jewel and her growing power coming back to her because it was a fiery witch gem. And that was what happened last time. I'm gonna need a throat lozenge.
Oh, no.
Thank you very much, Squeaky, for the amazing recap. That
The amazingly
every bit of that
recap.
every bit of that is 1,000%
As long as I-
how it happened.
As long as I do the recap, it's my reality.
I like this mindset, honestly. I'm a fan.
Give you some little splay shows there for a second.
Reality can be whatever I please.
Reality can be whatever I please. Whenever we are going to start things off today, we are going to start things off back over at the fish fry before the others would make their way all the way there. Just as everyone would be collecting themselves around here. I surrounded Vega with River Zora, but he currently is still wearing his cloak, so they actually would not be surrounding him right now.
Even though you put it around the egg?
He did put it around the egg!
He did.
Yeah,
Yep.
you said
Never
you put it around the egg.
mind!
That's why we brought all
Surround
those
him!
Get him!
Women!
Hold on. There we go. There we are. There we go. There we are.
So you can just barely see his face through them all.
There we go. Perfect. All right. So, hold on. There we go. Hold on. There we go. No, I'm playing. But no, as you guys would have been making your way back and forth throughout this place, Polo, after a while of you guys moving large barrels of fish down into the little outpost town that you now know that that the people of Hateno are being allowed to construct. You see that after a couple of trips of you and the large harem bandits as well as your brother start making your way, you guys are picked up several times by some River Zora as they start coming back and forth with you guys carrying more fish, because some of them had more fish buckets to bring to the boy anyway.
Yeah.
So as you guys are joined by Riverzora, they would bring their little fishes as well to the ever-esteemed party, until finally you guys have a decent amount of people that are around here by the time you guys get the final of your own barrels back from the home. Most everyone at this point is surrounding the major fire of this place. Polo, you would look around as you would get there, and you would find no less than 9 large barrels of fish.
Mm-hmm.
They would have assortments of different fish in them. You even said that there was an eel, so I guess there's an eel.
Yeah.
That is a hasty eel, I guess. But as you are looking around, most people seem excited with the prospect of a large fish fry. I would like to know, as you are getting yourself and getting everyone ready for such a thing, you do know it will take quite a long time to cook all of these fish by yourself. Is there anything you would like to do in particular to make things easy on yourself? Whether that be gaining help, looking around for things, trying to figure some other ways of cooking out. What are you thinking?
I think is the shop lady here? Because she used to sell used to run the grocery mart. So would she have any expertise in cooking?
You mean Pan?
Oh, I meant this lady here.
Yes, she is also here. Yes, both of the shop ladies are here.
Does either of them? I know that she's a a witch. That she has like brewing. Does she also have like cooking as well?
No.
No.
She is not a cook. As far as classes are concerned, looking around at everything here, you're not sure if anyone else here has the cooking profession. Again, maybe the lady from the general shop, but that'd be about. You don't know if anybody else here does.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe Magic Frog does.
So she would probably ask the general shop lady if she has any knowledge of cooking to help maybe speed things up a little bit, since it is a lot of fish and it is a lot of people.
Okay.
The general idea would just be, as they're cooking, handing out what's done to whoever is essentially like online or whatever, just to get it out while it's finishing. But of course, the initial fish will take a bit to fry and everything.
You would make your way over to the general store lady. Upon doing so, you would ask if there was anything that she could do to aid you. She is, from what I can tell, let me go grab my Hateno sheet really quick. Ah, right. She would tell you that because of their queen's particular love for seafood and the like, most people in their village have some sort of cooking proficiency.
Okay.
It is something that is ingrained in most of them, because they all want to please their lady. As she would explain to you, there is way too much fish here for just the one or two of you to do. She would suggest that you grab several other people that you can hope have sturdy or agile, whether they be sturdy or dexterous. She would ask that you would probably get a couple of other people to at least watch or hold the fish while things are going on. Because if you remember the last time, you guys had a whole bunch of fish basically surrounding the fire as it was cooking and things of that nature and yada yada yada. She would suggest to at least get 3 other people beside the 2 of you.
Okay.
If you want to cook all of these fish.
Yeah.
Do you have any opinions of all the people around? Do you have any ideas on who you might want to grab for that?
Let's see. If most of them have some general idea of cooking, just to make sure I'm understanding, you're telling me to pick one?
I want you to pick 3.
Some? Pick 3.
Yep, 3 people who are in attendance here.
3 people who are in attendance. feel like maybe this one.
You want to grab the single harem bandit that is also a Gerudo?
Yes.
We love.
I was gonna say, do all these have names? They all have names.
Some of them have names.
Yeah. Let's pick this one.
Hello, Leonardo.
And then this one.
Oh, you're getting Riley O'Malley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Master Chef.
Master Chef Riley O'Malley?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So it's really funny. Both of these two have general stats. I do have special stats for the Gerudo because they were a Gerudo, you see, and they start with the highest base total of stats. So, looking at the Hateno sheet, as you go around and you ask for Leonardo, Riley O'Malley, and unnamed. Hold on, let's just put in. We have Sister 2002. As you guys gather them around, you explain to them, hey, we're gonna be doing a fish fry for the queen. We need your help. We need your help. We need your aid. I would like to know, is there anything special you are doing to said fish before we begin cooking?
So I know that last game, some of them were sent to find ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of them noted it down.
Yep. The one that noted it down, I believe, was this one.
Yeah. So, Polo had her note that she needs cooking wine or some sort of juice. If there was no wine left, some sort of berry-based juice. Apples, and that would mostly just make the glaze. And then, well, she said eggs and flour, but she didn't really use eggs or flour in the last one. This was just to kind of make a coating, but having them be glazed is just fine too. But with at least those 4 ingredients.
You had asked for all of those. The only ingredient that will be hard to find right now, unfortunately enough, would be eggs. So I would have you roll me a luck roll to see if they were able to obtain eggs.
Okie dokie.
They
Just
didn't
a straight
fucking eat them
D20.
all.
Alright, straight D20. That is an 11.
I would say over 10. They were able to gather enough eggs for a fair amount of the fish to make any sort of batter between like fish and eggs and yada yada yada. You would note that it is not enough for all of the fish, but they were able to find enough that they were able to scrounge up together.
Okay. Yeah, then if they run out of eggs for some point of batter, then the rest will just be glaze. That's not a big deal. I think if everybody else here is good in cooking, then it would be a matter of just finding the necessary like tools to like properly like gut and clean the fish and just getting straight into it.
The 5 of you would surround the flames, being watched over by the bandit queen on this side because I want there's enough people there. As you guys would begin to go, I'm gonna go for a general just roll for everyone. You are gonna be able to determine things and decide things once you see the rolls. But let me just grab yours and I'm just gonna copy paste it 4 times. So, as they all begin to work their magics, you would find out that one of them does extremely well, while the others are not having a fantastic time. I'm gonna say General Store Lady is doing extremely well, and we're gonna say that Riley O'Malley is doing okay. We're gonna say that Sister 2002 is doing okay. Leonardo, man, he's having a hard time. So, as you have now seen those rolls, you are able to replace any rolls you see here with 3 of your own rolls. So I would like you to determine now, when it comes to the preparation of the fish, which of these 4 rolls are you going with to help you, and we'll see if you want to re-roll any of them at that point. Who is helping you prepare fish?
I would say the 19 would be to prepare the fish, since that would be the most important part.
Okay.
Besides actually cooking them.
Then I would need you to go ahead and roll me for your diligence as well.
Alrighty. Put 1 in this and this. Well, that is a 1. So
again,
let's,
luckily enough, you were able to put the person who actually did the best with you. So it does not matter that you got a 1. We only had to choose one of your 2 rolls.
Okay.
So preparation of the fish, going fine.
All right.
Now we're going to go to the general cooking of fish. Which of these 3 are going to be to the first wave of just cooking the fish?
We'd have to go with the second best, and then just hope that Polo rolls better.
Riley O'Malley is going to aid you.
So, just gonna put this inspiration in. $13 plus 2 with diligence.
You
of
are
4.
doing pretty good when it comes to making this go down. As that is going to be a 4, 5, 6 plus your 13. That is a 19 altogether. You and Riley O'Malley are doing rather well. You guys get everything settled. You're able to make up for his kind of robustness, his brutishness, and make him work out through the area. Now there is one final roll. I'm guessing I'm knowing who you're gonna choose, but in this final roll, we are gonna have the replacement of the fish, meaning you can't have all of the fish cooking all at once. You need somebody to go around and replace the fish as they're being cooked, rotate them as they're being cooked, things of that nature. You can choose one of these last 2, whether it be Sister 2002 or Leonardo. Who is going to aid you in rotating / replacing fish? Sorry, Leonardo. You're over here. You're doing a great job. You're handing out the fish. You are getting the fish to other people and not screwing it up.
Putting the fish on like freaking serving plates and shit.
You're the guy that walks around. Get your fish here, your fish. Get your fish. Go ahead, Squeaky, and roll me for your diligence one final time.
Alrighty.
Seven, 8.
Gonna
okay.
Re-roll that.
You also had a fleeting, so let's hold off on this for a second.
Oh. Alrighty.
Okay, now you can re-roll that.
That's the fucking same fucking number.
There you go.
There we go. 17. Plus 2.
2 plus your 4, so that is rather well. Between all of you, you were able to get the fish going. You're able to start handing out the fish, half of them being the apple glazed fish that you had before, and the remaining ones being, I'm going to say that because you're able to have full access to all of the different ingredients, the remainder of them being the love fish that you had said that you wanted to give out to people. As you get the apple glazed fish and the love fish created and passed among people, it's around this point, whenever you are finishing up the fish fry, the others would make their way back. After having to talk with Overa's mom the way there, you guys would see that there is a large gathering of people. You see Polo basically rushing around the entirety of the area, trying to make sure that everyone is doing correctly. They don't have to hover too much over the general store lady. They're like, yeah, you got this. They're basically rushing over at everybody else, trying to make sure the fish are doing well. Is there anything you guys would like to do as you guys approach?
I guess I'd just approach the fire.
You can get up to the fire.
Yeah, and see how everything was going.
Marco and Gorthos as well.
I think they're both dead.
Tough crowd.
No,
tough
I'm
crowd.
here. What do you
Oh,
mean?
okay. I think Marco's dead.
Are you guys approaching the fire with Ronan?
What?
Okay. It's around this time everybody would show themselves. Polo, you would get mostly everything sorted out. The two kinds of fish you have, the love fish and the glazed fish. Is there anything in particular doing with either of them, or are you just handing them out to everybody?
Yeah, she's just handing some out. She did save some love fish for Ronan and Obera, but she's handing out most of the other fish.
Okay. You would make your way through giving different fish to different people, gathering everything up together. You would see that as you and Leonardo are passing these out, the one job he can't fuck up. What the hell are you doing? Stop it! Go away!
Dog.
No. They're dragging stuff in here to me. I don't know what they're doing.
The heck you doing? What the dog's doing?
What the dog's doing? You would find that the only job he was able to complete was passing things around. Good job for him. You guys get everything settled. Everybody is currently perusing. They're currently schmoozing. They're currently doozing a whole bunch of hanging out with everybody. Good job. Good job. Good job, everyone.
Yep. You know what? I know exactly what Marco's going to do.
What you doing, Marco?
He is going to maybe, I don't know where a good spot would to set it up, but perhaps he would grab a stray table and begin a gambling ring with cards. This is going on.
You're gonna try to set up a gamble,
A whole gamble.
a whole ass fucking gamble.
An illegal gambling ring.
I mean, there's nothing says that it isn't illegal, and it doesn't even have to be real gambling.
Well, the thing is, Marco, you make your way over somewhere to do things. You're like, where could I possibly go? Then you remember that you have this entire tent over here that has now been vacant.
Oh yeah, here we go. Perfect.
Mini gambling
Let's
den.
go. Hell yeah.
As you are creating your gambling den away from prying eyes, roll me for your charm to gather people to your gambling ring.
All right, I'll do it. I'll roll my charm. Here we go. 19.
Marco,
Nice.
you start trying to figure out how to get people to come over to you. You're like, man, how can I do this to where nobody gets in trouble or nobody does anything? Then you remember you're in a town entirely full of bandits. As you just yell out from the front of the tent, gambling. Gambling. At which point you are immediately brought into the understanding. A bunch of people just start rushing over to you as it is time to do gambling.
Nobody notices Marco doesn't put up a money at first. With his winnings, he then starts putting up money.
Yeah.
Because I don't actually have a coin on me. Oh wait, no, I do. I have a gold one. Hell yeah! I forgot.
I forgot.
You have
which
a
I
gold,
won't
you have
tell
a
any
gold
of them.
rupee.
I have a gold rupee on
Bring
me.
it over
is
here.
it the one fucking what's his name gave to you?
Hell yeah!
There you go.
Gambling
It's time for gambling. As
with my
Marco,
premium set of cards. It's great.
you have gathered
perfect.
in front of you 6 other capable gamblers. As you have now gotten these 6 capable gamblers over with you,
mean
including Jojo O'Malley. No, one of them. You are the 7th.
Yes.
You have gathered 6 gamblers.
Yes.
Fuck you. All right, so I was correct. As you have gathered the 6 capable gamblers in front of you, you now have to defeat the 6 capable gamblers in front of you.
Hell yeah, let's fucking go.
Whoever comes out of this is the winner, I guess. If you are putting up the gold rupee, that means each of them would also need to put up something of equal value. So I'm going to say each of them are putting up a gold rupee in turn.
Oh, hell yeah.
You have a chance to leave with the majority, if not all, of these gold rupees. We are going to see if you have what it takes. First roll will be between yourself, Mateo, and Jasmine.
Oh goodness.
What gambling are you doing?
They're doing
With
cards. They're doing, he has
We did
his
this
cards.
during the heist. Remember at the bar?
Yeah, he has his luxury set of playing cards.
Oh yeah, I actually remember that. That was fun.
Yeah.
So,
What stat would you like me to roll?
well, that was what I was gonna get to you. Either you can give me a luck roll, which is what you would expect people to want to give, or
Mhm.
if you are planning on being a little cheaty boy, you can roll me for your finesse.
How dare you, good sir? How dare you think I would cheat with finesse? Anyway,
Do it, coward.
I have finesse. So,
You guys
let's
are gonna get
go.
Shit kicked out of them.
First roll's 13.
They call themselves bandits. I expect them all to cheat.
You have 3 more rolls.
3 more
If they don't
rolls.
cheat, I'll be flabbergasted.
17. Ooh, that's a good one. 4. Was there one more or?
Yep, one more.
All right. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 altogether?
As you are playing against Mateo and Jasmine, one of them is also going to try to cheat. The other one is not. Mateo's a good boy.
Oh, God.
Mateo
Oh, wow,
lives for
Jasmine. Hell yeah.
Mateo lives for the spirit of the game, you see.
Jasmine don't fuck around. Jasmine's here to
Mateo
win.
Mateo gives his luck roll of
7.
7.
Lucky number 7 now. That's
Mhm.
Mateo
Jasmine.
paid attention to the band list. Jasmine uses an OTK deck.
Jasmine is going to roll their +4.
Oh, shit.
They also got a 7. So, as you watch this go on, you and Jasmine sort of look at each other because both of you can tell the other one is doing some crazy shit, but neither of you are going to call each other out. Mateo's over here like, man, cards are fun.
I'm sorry, Mateo.
Currently, you have 3 gold rupees as Mateo and Jasmine have been defeated.
Hell yeah.
You will now
Let's
be
go.
facing Ricardo and this guy. Perfect.
And this guy. Oh, God, it's Guy. This guy.
Ricardo and this guy are gonna go in. They do not have 3 gold rupees each.
That's fine.
That is not something that they carry on them. They each will have the one.
I will only bet the 1. It's fine. I don't need to completely curb stomp them with money, you see.
That's true. What are you rolling, my dude?
I mean, I'm gonna roll finesse again. 'cause
All right,
why
go
not?
ahead.
I mean, why? At this
you don't
point,
get
why
caught.
wouldn't I? 15.
That is a 15 plus your
21
6 is a
altogether.
21. Well, let's see.
I think
This
that's a good
guy,
baseline.
this guy is not gonna cheat.
This guy. Wow, he's not being this guy about
He's not
it.
being
Wow.
this guy about it.
Wow.
He's not gonna cheat it. You got
Oh.
a 10.
Ricardo's
cheating.
I believe Vico is done to die.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
There you are.
Oh
Hello.
Came back.
no!
You came back. You're good.
Oh no!
Don't worry,
Let it
it's
go.
Oh no! Well, this
fine.
guy
The
got
fucking thing.
this guy got a 10.
Oh, I
Okay.
see.
So now we're having Ricardo. He is going to cheat.
Ricardo, that cheater.
Ricardo is he's a cheater.
That filthy cheater. How could he cheat with my cards?
Ricardo does cheat, gets a decent roll, but is not able to beat a 21.
Damn, I guess I get 2 more coins.
As that goes down, you find that there is a... Is that one also named Sienna? What the heck?
That's Sienna, not Sierra.
Okay, my bad. Sienna makes her way over. You find that Jojo O'Malley, he is not fighting you. He is not fighting you currently. You are fighting Sienna by themselves.
It's just like, I'll fight the winner.
Go ahead, my dude.
All
What are you
right.
planning?
This time I will use my luck. I will just be lucky.
You're just gonna be lucky?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be lucky.
All right. We'll see how things go.
2.
16.
Hell yeah.
So Sienna is cheating.
Damn. Let's see if she wins 1 coin off of me.
Rule number 1, don't
They do
trust
not.
anybody.
She did not.
They do not. Because she, like the others, only had a +4.
I'm pretty sure one of these 2 girl ones, or however, one of them was the one that we rescued. One of them is. I don't remember which.
At the very end of all this, Jojo O'Malley makes his way in. As Jojo O'Malley looks to you, Jojo O'Malley places down 4
Oh,
My
golden rupees.
God. I mean, if he's gonna put down 4, I have to match him.
You're gonna put down 4?
Yep.
All right. He looks rather confident, I will say.
He looks rather confident. It's fine.
It's fine though, because
Is
he's
this where
Jojo
I
O'Malley. Of
use-
course he's confident.
Is this where I use Volkswagen's ultimate luck?
Is this where it is?
No, it's fine. I have like 6 rerolls just in case.
All right.
And for this one, his confidence is alarming. It's time to cheat one more time.
All right. We'll see if
Here I
cheating
go.
works.
I'm gonna use a reroll.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rolling it over here because I can use it after the roll. That's the best part about them. Ah, I will use another one. You see, this fun and games is very important to me. One more. I believe 9 was the highest one so far. Okay, one more. If this is how I use them all, then this is how I fucking use them all. Okay? One more.
Yeah, that is your right, my friend.
It's fine. It's fine. One more. I've used all my rerolls for this.
I've spent more on less.
I've spent more on less. You're right. So 9 was the highest, I think.
So your highest altogether is a 15.
A measly 15.
I'm gonna be very sad to inform you something.
What's up?
So the man, the myth, the legend, Jojo O'Malley gets advantage and a +2 if he's cheated against.
Son of a... What the fuck?
That's why he was
I'm
so
sure you had
confident.
this statted.
That's why he was so confident.
We have no dailies. Fuck.
The problem is, he does not have the finesse the others had. So even with his +2, he is only still a +3.
Mm-hmm.
Can I
is
use
still
my reroll to
technically
give him
worse than them.
disadvantage?
He's gonna roll once, and you cannot. His first roll is a 14 altogether, which is still less than you.
It's still less than me. He literally has a 50-50 shot of getting higher than me.
He has
Oh,
He has a
no.
less than 50-50. He has to get a
Less than
12 to
50-50.
meet you. And if he meets
Mhm.
you, you still have a higher number.
Yeah.
He has to get a 13 or higher to beat you. I'll let you tell me when to stop.
stop.
That is a nat 1.
Oof.
Cheating wins! Yeah!
Hell yeah!
As you eye down Jojo O'Malley, the rest of them watching as you throw down the super card, which bounces his card back into
Blue eyes, white
back
man.
Played
into
the
the
ace of
deck.
spades.
He
only had
counters.
king.
He counters with his own super card, but it was a trap super card. At which point you lose 2 of your cards, but at the same time you didn't need those cards anyway.
I had the super duper card.
You had the super duper card.
So yeah, poker, I guess. Anyway.
As you now, through this entire endeavor, have gained a grand total of 9 other golden rupees.
Golds are 200, right?
300 each.
Oh,
2,700 rupees.
Hell yeah.
what are you gonna
Thanks
do
for
with
the
your
games.
winnings? I'm going to Disney World.
Disney World.
As Marco, your gambling ring will take up most of the night.
This is fine.
I'm gonna make a fucking bank. Let's go.
The rest of you, Polo has handed out all of the different heckin' fish toward everybody. Polo, because of this, not only are you going to be making Sierra happy because fish. Fish has been had. Fish has been happened. But I will say that with this humongous fish fry, it is brought everyone closer together, including the fish, as they are also allowed in on the fish fry. You see,
Yes.
Everyone
eat.
as everyone who's taken part in the fish fry, you are gonna gain some favor with Polo. You have now gained favor again, not only with Hateno, as you guys had already gained favor with them, but also the river and sea Zora. All of them love them. All of them love the fish that they have all partaken in.
If it weren't for the fact that the fish were given randomly because of Vega, I would have thought that Polo was doing this on purpose for the bandits to keep upping her relationship with them.
Yeah, I heard there's gambling over here.
Well, would you look at the tide? Time to pack
Oh,
up.
would you look at it? Well, would you look at the time? Zora are known for their anti-cheating methods. He'll sniff you out too quick.
They'll sniff out too quick. They'll also get mad if you cheat them. They'll
They also
stab
get
you.
from red. My feet are real
My
mad.
feet are real mad.
My feet are real mad.
So as all that is going down, however, most everybody, because of this newfound favor with them, Polo, most everybody here is very they'd be very much in the thing of like answering questions or doing favors if prompted to. Who knows? Obra and Roland over here, because Roland is of course the Hylian interpretation
Translation.
of Ronan. Yes, of course.
Uh-huh.
They
So
got
that's where
their their
Jason
love
comes.
fish. exactly. But Gorthos, Ronan, Polo, with all this nice atmosphere, with all this favorable stuff happening around you, is there anything anybody here would like to do?
Yeah.
What's going down?
Ronan would like to I imagine at some point he probably sat down and just chilled out with Obra, and he wants to talk to her.
Yeah, you could definitely do something like that. We can get to that in just a moment. Gorthos and Polo, you guys have any talks you want to do with people? Anything in particular you want to talk to anyone about? Any favors? Any gatherings? What's going down?
At the top of her head, no, not really. She's probably kind of a little exhausted from having gone into that
You
whole
just like
cooking-
giving people food.
Yeah.
It's a fun time.
So she's probably gonna Just kind of sit and chill out, kind of get her bearings back as she again finished cooking all of that for everybody.
Of course, of course.
Mhm.
You will join some of the people who have just kind of made their way and sat down by the fire. That is none of the Zora. None of the Zora are doing that. They'll be back a little bit away from the fire, you see. But you would just have joined as several people would sat down and chatted off by the fire. Gorthos, what about you?
Orthos.
Anyone in particular you'd like to drag away? Anyone you want to go and mess around with? Do you want to make your way back toward the house and do anything back there for the night?
Orthos wants to talk with Jason.
You can. Get out of here, squirrel.
Squirrel can be wherever Squirrel wants to be. If he wants to keep sleeping in the hood, he can.
No. You
Squirrel's
see
a
what?
great fairy.
You see what happened
leave him alone.
was what happened was Polo had left several fish on little sticks next to the fire for the fairies to go after. You see.
The little like chunks of fish or the smaller fry fish.
Yeah, and all of them except for Aster are eating from it. Aster's just sort of. Bleh.
Since you proposed it to Gorthos, I didn't know going back to the house was an option.
Yeah,
I think
you can
Polo
go back to
might
the
actually do that. Yeah, Polo might actually go do that.
You do have potentially a meeting tonight that I wanted to know. You weren't gonna miss it, but it was gonna be like a track down thing was gonna happen.
Because of the circumstances, I wasn't sure if it was an option.
Yeah, no worries at all.
Yeah.
You would make your way back to the hut. Upon doing so, you would most likely get settled up and then make your way into the main house of things. We'll get to you in just a moment because things may happen in the main house before you go off and do your other things. I'm going to assume that unless you tell me otherwise, Aster is with you. Because Aster just sort of hangs out around you at this point.
Yeah, she's not had any reason to ditch Aster, so Aster just been sleeping like a.
What about Orion?
Like
Is Orion around you?
Yeah, Orion can come.
Okay.
Orion's another one that's always around, so yeah.
Okay.
But Pupple mode.
Aster has basically, ever since you guys have found them, Aster has literally any chance they've gotten, slip.
This one is honorary my fairy.
With that being said, let's go ahead and go to each and every one as they have their convos. First one being Ronan. Ronan, as you guys would return here, as everything would be settled, you would find that Obra does seem a lot less grumpy. After coming here, they seem a lot less tension in them from their mother. You find that whenever you guys all get here and are handed fish by Polo and Leonardo tripping over his feet every now and then, but you know he's fine. He's doing his best. They had him. They just finally told him, "Hey, dude, just go sit down." And there he waits forever. But
the dogs were fed too that day as he dropped a couple fish.
Yes, of course. The several Donu bandit members.
They could definitely pass off as the person she likes.
Listen,
They're
fine.
good boys. They can be whatever they want.
I wanna get Lindo to make one of every
doggo.
race.
It should be like a scruffy one, so that he can have the hair.
Yes!
Oh,
Make it like a
schnauzer.
deviant ROC where
Come
it
on,
just
man,
has like fucking pretty boy anime.
Come on, these are your fucking Donu, dude. They can be any fucking dog. They don't have to be Dobie.
Sierra's just like, I don't get it. They look just like him. I don't understand.
Actually, I forgot the fact that it would still work.
She just can't be sure. There's also like Zora ones that just have like very like thinny frontal fins that hang over their faces.
It's just a disaster.
They all look just like him. I don't understand.
It's like a cuttlefish one, just has like fucking shit hanging over their eyes.
There's a Reno as well. Just plumage.
Just like, you have a predicament on your hands. You don't know who the fuck he fucking was.
But yes, as you are given your fish, you would see everybody just sort of hanging out, doing their things. Everybody's going pretty well. There's a nice kind of thing in the air. There's a nice feeling with everybody. Everybody's just hanging out. As all this is happening, Obra is just sitting, eating their fish. RP chat.
Oh. Yeah. Nice. Hell yeah.
Smug Marco.
Oh hell yeah!
Well, let's
I
grab that.
That's fucking excellent.
Hell yeah! Look at him. Oh, so good. I love it.
Let me grab this because this is the only one I think we have. It's gonna erase all of this right here. Oh yeah, I can't. That's an actual thing.
What the fuck is this?
Don't worry about it.
It's like a chancy pastry that had its fucking like stuffing poked out.
What are you talking about?
It's Chancy Donut.
This is a
Chancy donut.
It's just a Chancy
That
Yeah,
makes
Chancy
sense.
Donut.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a donut.
Boston cream Chancy Donut.
Hell yeah. I'd eat it.
Yeah.
Got him.
There's a lot of
And now
jokes
it's
in
a
this. You might have
Marco.
forgotten. you might have forgotten the jokes. It's fine.
And now it's a Marco. Ah. Hold on. Let's make him bigger. Perfect. Let's make him a little grayer so that it works with the thing. Perfect. Awesome.
Nice.
That's how we fix the lighting from now on.
Yeah. Easiest play.
And we just toss all of his money over there. Perfect.
I got so much money. What am I gonna use it on? Who fucking knows?
More.
How am I gonna carry it all? Who fucking knows?
It's fine. You go back and forth. You go back and forth as many times as you need.
I get the help of some of the Caesar help. bringing it back.
Den's like Merry
Magic Frog
Christmas.
just eats it and carries it for you.
Den's like Merry Christmas.
Ah, thank you,
Aw.
Jen. Aw.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Look at him. We don't get enough Smug Marco. We need more Smug Marco.
More smug Marco. He's a good boy.
It's been this and the adventures trial where he really got to show off his skills.
My cheating skills.
But
They're a
yes.
skill, don't worry. I'm not a thief, by the way.
See,
Smarko.
Hosier, this is what you're signing up for.
By the way, I'm not a thief.
I'm not a thief. I just fucking cheated all
I
these
just
guys out of the
cheat.
money.
I'm a cheater, not a thief.
Not a thief. I'm a filthy cheater. Get it right.
I just have the skills of a thief, and I cheat at games.
But yes, as you and Obra are sitting here enjoying your fish.
Looks over to her. How you doing after all that?
She takes a decently big bite of fish as she's looking over towards you. You ask that, she quickly chews and goes to swallow before answering, giving herself plenty of time. I think it was handled well enough, don't you?
Yeah, I think it was about as good as it could have been.
There wasn't a lot. I don't think I could have done more to prepare you for her. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be like that. Like you said, you weren't like the closest, but like that was a really bad first impression.
She doesn't do close. She cares about me and the rest of our people, but no one on an individual basis.
More
She
about
cares
the whole
Yeah. She cares about everyone, not any of us. As you saw whenever she was talking with Polo, she doesn't really care if she gets the love or admiration or even the respect of those around her. She only cares if they are safe. It's difficult to do anything for her at that point. It's difficult to even talk to her. The only people she surrounds herself with are those loyal enough that not even her attitude can push them away.
Does she, like, ever turn off the queen mode?
If she
Was there
has, it
ever a
hasn't.
point?
If she has, it hasn't been since I've been alive.
That's unfortunate.
She has lost a lot in the small altercations we've had between our people. We haven't in a long time, but apparently, back whenever I was small, I believe it would have been similar with you, though I can never imagine you being small.
What happened?
Back in those times, apparently one of the last large-scale attacks that have happened between our peoples, she lost my father. So, it is difficult for anyone to say much to her, to try to get her to do much of anything. Yet you guys listened to whatever she demanded, and you didn't give up too much of a fuss. She probably likes you at this point.
I mean, that's great and all. I'm glad. That means things can go over smoothly and we can maybe start working on this whole peace thing. I do wish there was, I don't know. I guess I wish there was a way to connect that wasn't, official business.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, I haven't really... I don't know. I guess I haven't really thought of that as even a possibility. It's not really anything that I yearn for anymore. It's not really anything that I care about. I was just thinking that maybe she would act differently in front of those chosen by the goddesses, but apparently not. Hearing her throw demands at all of you and not even see you after a certain amount of time, and then even then turning you away before you would even get to talk with her, it was a lot to have to go through today. And it wasn't even happening to me. I can only imagine how it felt with all of you. I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
I feel like I do. When it comes to her, I feel like, I don't know, I shouldn't have really been all that crazy about making my way here. I have so many questions for her still. Some that I believe are gonna be more privately asked than publicly. But it was my idea to make you all make your way here. So I do feel responsible for any feelings she may have brought up with any of you.
I think overall what you did was the best choice. I think this is ultimately for the best. Any misgivings I have with her are hopefully temporary and we can move past them and we can you know, be a whole people again.
I don't know
That,
how
that's
long
gonna
it would
take a
take
long
for
time.
something like that. Yeah, but
It's a process. I never expected it to be easy.
she seems to have some kind of understanding or some kind of knowledge of your old king. She seems to respect him somewhat, though I assume that any sort of things that have happened since your new king has taken up the throne, she puts purely on his shoulders, which would include the last problematic encounter with all of us. I doubt that while he is around, there will be much peace between us. She's not one to change her mind very easily.
Yeah, she seems the type. But, I mean, hopefully we can get that resolved soon, too.
She is fair, I will say. If she says she'll do something, then she will. I haven't seen anything of the contrary. If she told you that she will release Adam, then she will. If she told you that she will return the spear, then she will.
That's definitely comforting.
I don't know when. I doubt that she'll keep him longer than a couple of days. The main thing on my mind is still the fairy heart. She had me go and collect that for some reason and then thought it necessary to remove that information from me. I still wish to know why.
I feel like that's definitely, I think, she said that she had some things to talk about with you and me. I feel like that's definitely one of them. Hopefully. I would hope she'd be willing to bring that up of her own accord, but if not, then we'll just have to press her on it.
Yeah. I was thinking about going and pressing her on that as soon as I had any sort of chance to, but I don't know. I'm not amazingly sure if I am ready for whatever answer she's going to give me. If I'm ready for any excuse that she has. But we'll see.
Oh, go ahead.
That's it.
He'll take her hand. Just... Well, there's no harm in hearing what it is. I mean... I'll be with you the whole time. So... hopefully, I feel like... Hopefully I can provide some measure of support.
Let's give her a little time with Adam, and maybe whenever we go and speak to her with this, if I'm angry enough, I might be able to just get her to release him sooner.
You know what? You know what we should do?
What?
We should dance.
Dance?
Just forget about this stuff for now.
Dance with what music?
That, you know what? I am glad you asked.
You know what? I'm glad.
Go ahead, take out that violin. This is a good opportunity to show you something about it.
Oh. She goes into her bag. She brings out the violin in the case that you had given her. As she does, she opens it and looks to the bone-like instrument that you seem to have that you have given her and you enchanted.
And he will. I'm assuming he can also use the parts of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He will do whatever it needs to do in order to make it play on its own, and he will make it play the Concerto of Peace.
Let me get a thing of music that isn't this. It's not going to be the actual concerto piece, but just something that gives a little bit more of a... Sure. As you make your way over to it, you play it for a small bit for everybody to start going like, oh, look, Ronan's playing. And then you stop playing. But the music doesn't stop. As you stop playing and you set the violin down, you find Obra looking to you with a little bit of shock before you reach over and you kind of give a hand out to them. They take the hand and you guys begin to have a bit of a dance about you. Most everybody abouts around the area, since this is the Concerto of Peace, begin to calm. There's some kind of yelling about gambling, but then they calm down a lot as Knuckles starts going, you know what, gambling's fine, I guess.
He was just in the middle of being like, you motherfucker, you fucking cheated me.
As you save Marco's life. I'm playing.
Got you, homie.
At which point, you would begin to dance with Obra. And we can come back in a little bit, but Obra does seem very shocked that her violin can do such a thing. But, yeah. While that is going down, Gorthos, you would have found your way away from everyone as you would be making your way over toward Jason, who didn't seem to be immediately involved in everything that was happening over at the fish fry. They were given a fish, but they didn't really stick around and stay around with everybody. They just take their little apple glazed fish, and they are sort of watching everyone, but you can also tell, just like, you know, everything was over, they seem to be more paying attention to certain parts of everything. They seem to have been looking around different stuff. However, you would note as soon as there was be any sort of actual moments where, like, you know, when Obra and Ronan sat down and started chatting with each other, they wouldn't like eavesdrop or anything. They wouldn't be like standing over like they would have moved away from most of the group. You would find them over by where the carriages would be, since nobody would be watching them right now. They'd just be sitting there with their little glazed fish. But you make your way over, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Oh, greetings, Gorthos.
Hello, Jason. It's been a while since we've had a talk, hasn't it?
It has been quite a while, yes. I suppose since before my training.
I apologize for that. Things kept spiraling.
Not that one. Let's go Hoteno. There we go.
But
I feel that we've all been very busy, yes. There has been quite a lot on each of our minds, I'm sure.
You don't know the half of it. Something troubles you.
It's less troubling than it was. There's nothing mostly the matter. There's nothing to worry about. I'm fine. I'm playing. I'm fine. No.
You would still hear it if you wanted to tell.
It's a little strange. So I don't... There's not a lot that... I'm not sure. You see like an actual bit of flustering come across them just as they start thinking about it. I'm really confused.
About what?
I guess, who I am, who my father is, what I'm supposed to be doing or what I have done or changed. I don't know. It just seems weird. The only thing I've really done in any sort of aid to anyone is help with the Slaverman situation. And that doesn't seem worthy of someone holding the sword. It also feels that even though I now have my freedom about me again, that I could have had it at any time and actually did help. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I could have done more and I just stopped myself. And again, now that you guys have taken care of the Gomez, not the Gomez, is it Gomez? Fuck. I think it was Gomez, yes.
Ghost, right?
Yeah. Now that you
Yeah.
all have taken care of the Gomez, I thought that my mind would be clearer, but instead it is more jumbled than ever.
Mythos is familiar with jumbled minds. But
You seem a lot less jumbled now.
it's progress, then.
Mhm.
One day it'll all be clear. He knows that to be true. And not every deed one does needs to be will-saving and earth-shattering living important. Just doing any good can be enough. And, well, if Gorthos could have found a way to release you from your predicament sooner, he would have. Though it seemed impossible for him at the time.
It didn't... I mean... I guess it was impossible to do so without any sort of repercussion, I understand. But the more I think about it, the more I realize no one in the castle really could have stopped me. I mean, maybe Kira and Roki, but if I wanted to leave, I could have left. And I did want to leave. I really did, but I don't know if I had... What's the word?
The courage.
Something like that, yeah. With the princess's return and with that other woman who bears my resemblance as well, it just feels as if I'm losing myself. Especially with everything that has came to light since the Gomez's defeat.
Sometimes Gorthos has trouble differentiating his memories from his body's. He loses himself sometimes. It's a slight different than your predicament, he supposes. Though he has forever to clear these muddled memories. Not everyone is so, he hesitates to say, blessed in hindsight. But, well, if a face of a similar structure is something that gives you so much worry, perhaps you shouldn't focus on that. A face is a face, Jason. Matters not what it looks like, it's the person it belongs to that matters. Matilda is Matilda, and you are you, and the mysterious woman was, well, the mysterious woman. Clearly,
And that
you-
other me? The one
Ah.
that is
Oof.
frozen in the ice?
Take it from Gorthos. Messing with time is not worth it. Too many headaches and confusing moments. He doesn't know how to explain that. Not the beast that you're fighting against. If that still is you.
I worry about it because whenever I heard the description of that person inside of the ice, obviously it is me, but there's also the chance it could be Princess Matilda, and I could not allow something like that. I've been told a lot since holding this sword what it is supposed to mean.
Oh, really?
Those who hold the Sword of Evil's Bane are different. They are chosen to wield it. They seem to have within them the spirit of a hero. One that long ago saved everyone.
And he did. He saved a lot of people. Including Gorthos.
Is that so?
How old do you think he is?
I don't know how old you are.
Neither does he. The woman won't tell her.
It is intimidating, if it's true. I mean, I know nothing of that hero, but apparently only someone who is close to them, or I guess some sort of a reincarnation of their spirit is one that is supposed to hold this blade.
Which one do you think you are, Jason?
I don't know. Gorthos, can I say something weird?
Considering present company, he'd be shot if you didn't.
I don't know anything. What I thought I knew doesn't work. I'm not even sure if I should be here. Whenever I found out who my father was, it put into question everything I know. The places I've visited, the songs I've learned, the knowledge that I thought I knew. Everything is different now. And I don't know what I'm supposed to believe or remember.
You and Gorthos are clearly in the same boat. He wasn't expecting that from the death of the Gomez. But
The Gomez held something very important to me. It held, I guess, the memories of my father who they were, and I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with the information now that it's here. Now that I've got it back. It seems impossible, but she just
It's
shrugs.
possible. Learn that lesson quickly, Jason. That nothing is impossible. They just seem improbable. And, well, your father. What has changed? Is it so much more difficult to find him now?
No. No, it's not.
That seems to be the impossible task, then. As you so put it.
It just seems like... The fuck? It just seems that now what I remember doing before all this, Porthos, I remember traveling different spots in Hyrule and learning with my father, him teaching me different songs. But I don't remember him. Even now, it's fuzzy. Whenever I would visit places, they would be different than what they are today. I remember telling all of you about the village that I had stopped at. But apparently, that village, even though it is around in the same spot, it is not correct. That large dam, I do not remember a village being built upon it, but around it. Yet, there is no doubt. I feel like I'm not from here.
Feel like you're in a different time.
She nods.
The world has a funny habit of doing that to you.
I had mentioned it to Ronan, but whenever I had drawn this sword, there was a creature around me. And that creature, I believe, took something that was very important to me. It was an instrument that I had. Whenever I lost it...
Where did you lose this instrument?
Oh, the place where I drew this blade, inside of the forest. Whenever I had drawn it, and after my instrument was taken from me, I don't know what else happened.
As if you would, and you're somewhere wholly alien.
I found myself making my way out, and one of the first things I did was head to Castletown, but when I went there, that's where I met the princess, and that's where everyone started acting weird when they saw what I looked like. And at first it was fine, but then when the princess disappeared, everything you know happened.
He will help you figure out your memories, Jason. If you want, yeah, that is.
Hmm.
If there's anyone in the world that could understand, it might just be Gorthos.
It's strange. You and everyone else feel different. Even with everything having been done what was done, even with me being stuck where I was, sealed away by those ghosts, you have always felt different. You've always felt familiar to me. If I did come from somewhere else, somewhen else, do you think maybe we had met before?
He's very certain we have.
I suppose it'd be weird if neither of us remembered, though.
Neither of us did for a time. His escapades have revealed much to him about his past. Well, that it truly helps the future, though. Let me get it, never really has it?
Do you think that maybe you could try and remember? Never mind, sorry.
All he does is try. If it were easy, if it were easy, it wouldn't be worth doing, little.
Yeah. You're right.
But he will try, Jason.
You will try, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular you are doing to try to see if you remember anything?
I think that I think I need to ask a question first.
What's that question, my dude?
In Ken. Jason.
Okay. Hmm.
May Gorthos pat your head?
Well, well, why? I mean, sure, but
It's a test.
should like step forward, face looking very serious. Like, of course, I'll help. I'll help in whatever way. I'm confused though.
You'd be surprised how the simplest actions can trigger the deepest memories.
I'm ready.
He just gently pats her head. I'll have to try and remember now, please.
So, my boy Gorthos.
Mm-hmm.
Gorthos, my lad.
It's me.
Why don't you roll me for your experience? But you know what? No, just rolling for experience.
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna put a negative on there, but you're padding. We'll go with the padding.
Probably head pat go.
That's pretty
Oh.
good. That's a 16.
So 16 plus 6.
That's pretty good. Gorthos, as you pat onto Jason, as you try to remember what you might have maybe forgotten, you find you have no memories of Jason. It does not even react in any way. As you pat down onto Jason, as you look to Jason, before meeting Jason in Castletown, you are, now that you've gotten most of yourself settled, you know for a fact you have never met Jason before then. It is not such a thing of you feel like maybe you're forgetting something. It's nothing like that. You're decently sure you've never met Jason before. However, with that pat, as you are looking down toward Jason, even though you know for an absolute fucking fact you've never seen Jason in your life, a scene flashes in your mind. A scene of a forest. Of rain. Hands just as big as yours. Rushing through. Flames behind you. A young Hylian girl in your hands. As you rush by, every now and then, tripping or hitting a tree or a root, getting further and further lost with every step you take. Just as anyone would potentially get lost in this place, but at least for you, it is lesser than most races. You find, as you rush your way away from whatever battle or whatever something is behind you, you find a large grove. You stumble and you find yourself hitting with hard onto your knees. A cracking sound heard. You drop the Hylian girl. You look her over. She seems fine. You go to get yourself up, getting yourself adjusted and moving up from one of the puddles that you have fallen into. Until finally, you do see the face of what you are currently. As Gorthos, you don't see Gorthos. You see the face of another demon. As you would know, because you've done this several times before, you were looking at a memory of your body, not of you. You see the Hylian girl. You move them out of the rain underneath one of the other large sections of this place. You feel a resolve inside of you as you place them down in a place where they wouldn't be found. And and you begin rushing back into a battle that you have fled. But you're back with you. You're back at Gorthos. The scene ending.
He stops petting her.
Ooh.
It seems that you and Northos have never met.
You're sure?
However, we did. I know I remember us naming it. The skeleton was called Elnath, right?
Yep.
Cool. However, before he currently leaves inhabiting does, perhaps Elnath had something to do. We remember saving a little Hylian girl as he rushed away from some conflict, deeper and deeper into a forest, and finding a place to keep them safe as he rushed back to whatever conflict he fled.
As you are now thinking on that conflict in general, as you are now thinking on that time, also, we have this now above where the fish fry is.
Oh, goddamn.
Look at that large man's.
I don't know why the Hylian Knights are scared. Why are people scared of Gortha?
Why the fuck are people scared? I don't understand. I would like you to roll me for your diligence as you are going over that scene in your head.
Yeah, okay. Diligence ain't nearly as good. 16, though.
16's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Could have been pretty bad.
Gorthos, because you are used to seeing these scenes, because this scene is something that you would have been paying attention to, you do note that the girl that you had in your hands was somewhat distinctly different than the Jason you see in front of you. However, it only brings up more questions.
How distinctly different?
Well, you've seen the person that is inside of was inside of your vision.
Oh.
It looked a lot more like Matilda than it did Jason. The cloak and everything on them looked extremely similar. Though they did not have the chains that were adorning them.
No.
Again,
No,
it only comes to be very different, but obviously it was something. But
yeah.
who knows?
Just what did shake his head? He's like, wait, no. It wasn't. It was Matilda.
The princess?
Interesting.
You are not confusing me with the princess again, are you, Gorthos?
He would never do that, Jason. But this is not his vengeance.
Sorry, I felt like poking fun.
Right. Levity.
Princess Matilda was in this creature's memories?
Whoever Elnath was, he was a hero. Not much is true. He was entombed under Castletown.
Then how would he have seen Princess Matilda?
Seemed to be carrying her away from some kind of conflict of sorts. Dorthos can't imagine many of those happening in Castletown at once. Well, remember, by the populace. Questions to pose to the king and her.
Perhaps it was one of the princess's mothers or other ancestors?
Maybe. What's the problem with these flashes of others' memories? It takes time to piece everything together. Since their souls have left, there's only echoes to run on.
Sorry if I am causing some sort of confusion.
Porthos feels like he has gone far past needing to worry about confusion.
You also, for a moment again, Gorthos, whenever you were in that memory, you had felt resolve from that hero. You had felt a sort of resolve from them that has given you, just as you always do when you gain memories back of your lives in these skeletons. You feel the resolve of Elnath, as you are gonna get a beep +1 to your AC now while you're in this body.
Oh, hey, cool. Well, 19 AC, that's badass. So,
You now have just as much AC as Marco.
Hooray!
a fourth of the speed, but the same amount of defense. It's still good to remember these things. Though, Porthos confesses he also has a feeling of familiarity with Egypt. In a way.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help you remember anything from Elnath, then I can let you touch my head more, if that's what it takes.
We'll see about that.
And we can ask the princess and see if there's anything she knows.
Of course. But I can think that's, though it is a jest, the worry of your identity, JC. You said earlier, you're not certain who you are, what you should do, especially with the Master Sword. But Northos could tell you that the first wielder of this blade, Link, his name was.
Link.
He was a good-hearted soul, kind and unshakable in his resolve. He did what was right. Always. No matter if it caused him pain or distress. Porthos feels that you also have this heart. It seems to be why you didn't leave, though you could.
I don't know about that. I mean...
Well, you said yourself you could have left whenever you wanted. Why did you stay? Why did you put up with all of it?
Well, I don't know. After I tried to escape and all of you brought me back, I guess I felt like I would be doing more harm if I left. That I suppose Hyrule, that Castletown needed me, at least for a little while. It wasn't some kind of big self-sacrifice or anything. I wasn't even in danger.
You had to have been. If you felt what you were doing was the right thing for the most amount of people, it was the right thing.
It feels weird to be compared to Link in that way.
Is it?
I mean, they have a big shrine and everything. Like everyone is grateful to them.
No, you never did it to get a shrine. You never did it for the adoration of the people. Brothos doesn't do it either. You do it because it's the right thing to do.
I see.
You will be the hero you choose to be, Jason. No amount of history with whatever weapon you hold should dictate that. You will fumble. You will make mistakes. And every action will have its consequences, good or bad. Just, these are the things that dictate life. All you can do is follow your heart. Do the best you can to be the best you can. And you won't always to be able to save everyone. But you will save someone. And that's all that matters. We should still try to save them all, though. Northos has gotten chewed out, though, for him constantly doing that. It takes time to heal old bows, turns out.
Perhaps I'm thinking too much.
That's what happens when you don't know things. You don't know yourself. It's natural. But you'll find your way.
Yeah, I just have to do what I think is correct then, right?
That's all you really can do.
That is rather freeing, actually. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I haven't done anything yet, or it doesn't matter that I have picked up this sword and don't know what to do with it yet. It doesn't matter if Ronan is my father. I am me.
Indeed.
And I'll
What?
figure it all out. Oh, and I'll figure it
course
all
you
out,
will.
I said.
Mason, Ronan's only 50. He's too young to have children.
Oh, yes, that is what I was, he is far too young. I suppose 50 is young.
To be 1,000, Jason.
Of course. My bad. I'll figure it all out, Gorthos. And whenever I do, will you help me more then?
Whenever you need Gorthos, he will be at your side. Don't ever doubt that. No, again, about that Ronin thing.
It's complicated. Do you want to sit down and I can explain?
It looks like he already was sitting there.
as you would hear from Jason the conversation that she had with Ronan, paraphrased into being talking to Ronan, basically saying that their dad had the name Ronan. They can't really remember what their dad looks like or anything, but they do know that she knew all of Ronan's songs and then taught him a song that her dad taught her, which just happened to be a song called the Song of Time. But also the item that they're missing, they told Ronan and now telling you, was a instrument called the Ocarina of Time.
Do I roll experience now or later?
Oh,
I know the
Ocarina of Time?
Ocarina of Time?
Ocarina of Time? Yeah, you fucking know. You could roll right now and give me a nat 1 and I'd tell you you'd know. Mostly because you guys have already been told by the Goddess of Time themselves that one of their items was stolen and is currently in the hands of a prankster in the forest.
North is going to strangle a small creature.
You guys,
Which
you
isn't the
also
first time I said that.
you also know as soon as they say Ocarina of Time, you think back to the moment that you left the forest. You saw a thing called a Skull Kid, and then heard a magical tone, and then everything changed around you.
We have to go find that Skull Kid. The thing to put on the list, but we'll get that back. That is horrifying, Jason. But it wasn't your fault. The devious little creatures, Skull Kids.
The only thing that I know that I've thought about since talking with Ronan is that I believe the reason I was going around Hyrule before was to learn the song that I showed him, because we learned it from somewhere, but if he's my dad, then I taught it to him. Wait.
Don't think too hard. It's just time.
You see the gears
trust
turning,
both of us.
but also failing.
You will be spinning in circles the rest of time. But in all honesty, Gorthos finds it hilarious. You did feel out of time, yes?
I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but with everything.
Well, of course. You know, perhaps Gorthos might have someone else that could give some insight on this conundrum.
Yeah?
Does the name Zelda ring a bell to you?
The mortal goddess, yes.
You know her name.
Of course I do.
You are most certainly out of time. But you know how many devout followers Gorthos has met that doesn't know anything about that?
You also know that she knew who Gorthos was whenever you first talked to her, too.
In fact, even you know who Gorthos was when no one else seemed to, except for the longer live race. No one writes things down. You think that name would be famous? Sure.
The Gorons did.
I said the long-lived races did, not the short ones. At any rate, it's good that you know her. And it's good that you've already met her.
Well, of course, I pray to the goddess every day.
You sat across from her on the parade float. He's just smiling.
She sits
There
there.
was some.
She thinks
We've
to
been through
herself.
a lot. Gorthos and his friends have been through quite a lot, Jason. Perhaps it's time for him to tell some stories.
She sits there. She thinks on it for a bit as you're saying this to her. Her eyes go wide as she starts thinking about the other person that looks like her. You start explaining other things that have happened. We will get to that at a later time, as you are currently, I'm guessing you're going to spend a little bit trying to catch Jason up on your recent endeavors.
and also try and calm her down from all these revelations because it's a lot. It was a lot for Gorthos. It has to be a lot for this stupid small child.
It's just like I just love the idea. It's just like you know who Gorthos is? Well, of course I know who Gorthos is. Later on, it's like, what about do you know the name Zelda? Well, of course I know the name Zelda.
Yeah, it's
what
like,
kind of an idiot
of
do you
course
take
you
me
do.
for? Everybody knows Zelda, right?
Yeah, you're out of time, Martin. Well, you're not from around here. Why does that keep happening?
As you sit down, attempt to calm Jason and explain more of your recent endeavors, we're gonna go over to Polo.
For some reason, I was going to say bark, but no, not wolf either.
No, bark, wolf, man.
Wrong character.
So what are you up to, Sakibaku?
Oh no, that one. No, wow, yeah, no, that one went wolf too. Okay. wait, no, that one's not the one.
I love it.
I have two wolf characters. That hit me just now.
Do you? Who's the other one?
The other one's from an old fake game that Deco had. It was
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
and it was literally thinking of like, now it's time for Kohaku. Woof. And I would literally go woof.
So Kohaku, you have
What?
you have now gathered everything ready to summon the servant that you are going to be going with.
Alrighty, I can't
Your,
wait to summon Gilgamesh.
Your uncle Clayton.
Anytime now.
Your uncle Clayton told you not to do this, but you know you gotta go. You gotta do it.
I gotta do it. I gotta go and enter the war and get rid of my dick. Don't want it. Don't want it.
So anyway,
Alright, bye.
Polo, you step back through, making your way back into the main house. For the first time, you don't really feel the house has changed much. As you step in, even after using that other knob, you don't really feel like, at least nothing within your main vicinity, you don't feel like something has changed.
Is this what it feels like to have a normal house?
You also know that you guys forced a change before, whenever you guys were going into the dungeon beneath the city. So you're pretty sure that the it's basically just caught up with itself at that point.
Oh, okay. Well, first order of business is check on Sheffos.
Yeah, we gotta check on Sheffos. So, who's
Uh,
Sheffos again?
Well, you have been asleep most of the time, Aster, so I don't blame you for not knowing. Really, you were part of a great fairy. I wonder if the other parts of you are any different, or if they're all sleepy like you.
I could ask them, but then we'd have to find them.
How many pieces did you think you broke into?
At least 5. At most 5. Probably
5.
more.
So more than 5.
Maybe less.
Maybe less.
Maybe.
Did you do that? You didn't do that.
Stop it! I need to do things today.
I am a shitter. I really want to see what happens if I feed this makeup juice to Aster.
Oh, God, now you've got me doing it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Let's we'll think about finding the other shards of you, or your co-shard patriots. The rest. But first, let us tend to Sheffos. if they are in their room.
You make your way
Okay.
off to go find Shefos. As you get around to where you would see them in their room, you look down the hall, and again, the hall basically just goes like this, because this is over here, and blah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You find that Shefos is not in the room, but they are down the hall over there. You can see them from where you were at.
Oh,
There they are.
oh, Shepherds. There you are.
Shefos seems to be staring toward the new entrance into the dungeon ahead of them as they look back to you. Polo. Boy. Welcome back.
It's good to see you up and walking. How are you feeling?
I had to yawn. Damn it, Aster.
Yes, it's fucking contagious.
I am, okay. I have, it was not as difficult this time.
That's a relief. I thought another change on top of the one that had just happened would have been rather overwhelming for you, based on all the previous occurrences.
I had slept after everything that happened earlier, and I am still sore, but my mind feels clear.
Have you remembered anything?
A bit, I believe. Mostly,
He looks off toward the doorway.
I remember this place a bit. The place beyond here leads to a library as well as a regent farm of sorts.
Regent Farm?
My master at the time required the use of sand, lots of it. So he made a place where the chews would continue to expand.
You know that inside of the dungeon down below, right past where that area you guys had basically teleported to the end of the dungeon from, there is this large, like, invisible wall area full of chews that you guys had left behind there.
Oh.
My master would not put things like that on the inside because he was worried about monsters gaining power from this place. I think from what we had seen from Hickory, Dickory, and Doc, it was mostly benign, but I suppose, given time, they could become problematic, maybe. Though it seems your friends wish to move them, I will miss them, since I have not been able to interact with them much. I have only just now been able to go outside, so...
I'm going to miss them too. But if they can bring back some of the diversity to the forest, maybe even help it recover from its current infestation. And if you are now able to go outside, I do not doubt we cannot see them again. Hopefully, if they get as big as the previous Deku Hydra, we are still in their good graces.
I believe that the magic of this place will have done them some good. We will have to see.
Mm-hmm.
He puts his hand over the entrance to the dungeon before just kind of scraping it down the stone beside of it and turning back away. He seems to look down at you as if he's just seeing you for the first time after talking to you. Just kind of shakes his head slightly.
Hmm?
My head is clear, but my memories of what happened are strong still. I'm sorry I was not able to resist that creature any more than I did.
That's all right. It was able to even overcome Magic Frog and Orion. So it must have been very, very strong.
I'm glad that it is gone. I can focus more on the rest of this place.
You said there was also a library.
Yes, just beyond here is a library that is a part of that dungeon. It was filled with books from the Sage of Creation. I do not know if those books have changed. Apparently now the dungeon has connected itself to the temple, but perhaps there is still something there. I do not know. I worry about making my way out there and someone from the temple seeing me. Luckily, the entrance is hidden to this area, and the magics of this place should stop anyone from coming in.
I mean, if you came with one of us, I don't see why we couldn't get into the temple. But that could be pushing our luck just right now.
I do not have much that I believe I would be curious about. Though, seeing which books would have remained here would be good. However, I do think that if they were taken by the temple, at least the Sage of Creation's knowledge is still being used somewhere.
Hopefully for good.
Hopefully. I still do not remember him that well. I do know that him and the witch that had lived here before were my masters. Though I still do not remember much beyond.
Not even why they turned you into a wolf first.
I do not know. What I do know is that if the two of them are gone, as we know the witch is, I must be very old.
Potentially, yes. I can't be for certain if I'm remembering properly.
Didn't this granny, this Poe witch say she was gonna be at freaking WitchCon?
Yep.
Even though it seems that she has physically perished, I think Galen referred to her as Miss Poma. She is still around in some form. And she is actually, probably up on Spectacle Rock.
Spectacle Rock.
Mm-hmm. She's supposed to be gathering with another couple other witches. They seem to be happening some sort of coven meeting or something. But
Spectacle
she
Rock
can-
seems familiar.
Just a little further north, and that's where I came from.
Interesting.
But, it does seem like she can be talked to. If she is willing to talk is another matter, unfortunately.
I do not know what I am looking for, but I do not believe there will be any more answers from this place. Whenever you had used the most recent door to this place, I did not remember anything new. Things just got clearer. I do not know how much more clear they can get. So perhaps that is the only way to know more.
I see. Then the one who potentially can have answers is Miss Poma. And that is another reason to go up to Spectacle Rock.
Perhaps.
I mean, Galen's grandmother is up there as well. And Miss Ivori. There are several. They're also all waiting for a delivery from Lon from Marco. So, we all have a reason to go. The only one missing was myself.
You had said that you wished to make your way that way, though.
I mean, my treasure is located somewhere on Spectacle Rock.
Oh, I was meaning that is where you are from, right? To the north of that place.
But, well, I don't see how visiting all the way back home would benefit all the others. And I didn't have much reason myself to go and speak to the coven. But now I do.
Spectacle Rock. For some reason, that place resonates with something in me. I remember something, but it is not coming to mind.
Maybe you came from Spectacle Rock? The city that lies atop it?
Maybe. Thank you, Polo,
Of course.
for allowing me to get back to this point.
Of course. This place is just as much your home as it is ours. And you are like family.
Family.
I know we certainly couldn't have found a way to make heads or tails of this place without you. I feel like you're more the master of the house than any of us.
This place belongs to all of you. Of that I am certain. But it is nice to hear that. You must have better things to do than hang around with me.
Well, I finished just making a very big fish fry and,
That is why you smell like fish.
yes, and, I was going to meet up with Garland at some point, but
Oh,
I don't hear him gallivanting around in the house like he likes to do.
you should
So-
take a bath beforehand.
Yes, that was part of the plan.
You
I
smell like
swear-
fish.
I know. I don't know where he plans on taking us, but the last thing I want to do is smell like a saute.
That would not be good, no.
I will do that post haste. And
Picks up Orion.
you smell like fish too.
Oh?
You certainly had a couple though as well, didn't you?
Shifty eyes.
Yes, you did. Don't lie to me. It's okay if you had a couple.
He liked it. It was good.
It's one thing if I smell, and another thing if you do. You're probably more socially allowed, but you should probably get a bath too.
I will, make sure that everything is ready.
Bye bye.
Here I go, turning on the hot water.
Okay. We don't know where he is at the moment, so we should make our way post haste. Do.
So weird how this part connects to that part. Oh well.
I don't ask questions. I just live here.
We don't have enough room on this place to have it actually be the layout of, oh, there's the place to turn up the hot water.
There's the furnace.
You make your way back into the main area. Is there anything you'd like to do before taking a bath?
Let's see. Probably can tell Charcoal that the house is safe and she can go back in.
You just go up there, it's like, Charcoal, the house is safe.
Probably just like in the time that she's waiting for the bath to heat up, just be like, Charcoal, you can come back home now the Gomez is gone. let her know. She can come back in. I don't.
I believe. Where was it? You guys had basically placed Charcoal.
We left Charcoal in the Deku tree.
Right.
So she's with the Kokiri.
I'm sure at some point someone would have gone and be like, "Hey, you guys are fine now. You don't have to keep making that thing, Argo." Because you guys had like came back and forth from that place enough. I'm guessing somebody would have came in and told them at some point that they're no longer on fight watch.
On high alert.
I mean, Hunter eventually came down too, so he probably just been like, "Yeah, you guys can fucking stop." Flips him off and goes up into his room.
Yeah, they're not dead. I think in the house, other than that, I mean, everybody else here is fine. Everyone down here is fine, unless they haven't been given the news. But I feel like they would have.
Yeah, everybody who's at the house would be fine at this point.
Yeah. So
do you want to just get ready for your bath?
Yeah, she'll do that.
Okay. A little bit of time would pass. You would take your bath. Things would go down. Chefos would have had that hot water going. Is good hot water, making his way back into the main part of the house. After a little bit of time, you and Orion and Aster would get your +1s to your lures, because that's how baths work.
Hell yeah.
And as you guys would make your way out, you would find yourself going back up into the main part of the house, looking around. It still does not seem like there is a gallon yet.
What time of day is it?
step. Whenever you had left the area over in the Riverzor domain, it was very late. It was very dark over there. But because of the way that their system kind of works out, where they're outside of the tower of the sun, it seems like whenever it gets dark there, it's basically always twilight. But when you made your way over here, it was dark, but it wasn't like late. You know what I mean? It is currently after the bath and everything. It is getting to being late. It is not late yet, but it is getting to being late. Rather dark.
Oh dear.
We'll say like 9:10.
Oh dear. Hopefully we didn't lose track of time and he didn't make his way to bed. Do you smell him anywhere?
Looks to Orion.
Hiff hiff. Hiff hiff. Hiff 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 hiff.
I do not believe that Galen is anywhere inside of the house. Or any of the extended houses that you have placed around.
Oh. I wonder if he must still be out in town.
Perhaps. Would you... No.
He like looks around. Orion looks back to you. You can tell Orion is looking at you with like the thing of, I can fucking find him. I know where he's at. I can get him. I'll fucking find him. You don't think I won't? I'll do it.
Did you want to recommend anything, Sheffers?
I do not know what it is you are doing, but,
He like
Quite
looks
frankly,
back.
I'm not...
I did not know if you needed any food or anything.
Quite frankly, I don't really know much either. He merely invited me to go eat, but we never agreed on a time of some sort or anything. He just that he had some affairs to deal with in the castle, and then that was it.
I see. Perhaps then the castle would be a good place to look,
Probably.
though they do close their doors usually.
Mm. Hmm. You don't think he would have stayed late at the castle, would he?
I do not know. I do not know what is happening there, so I could not tell you. Sorry.
No, that's perfectly fine, Sheffers. We could probably just make our way. I mean, he could also just be making the rounds around town, looking for a place. I know that if he had stayed late at the castle, beyond the point in which they would have lifted the bridge, then I guess that'd be called standing me up. That would be rather rude.
I do not believe that would have happened. Though,
Right.
I do not know. If it did, I will fight him.
No, we don't have to resort to that.
Violence.
I'm sure he wouldn't have done that.
I have large teeth.
I
I'm
like
sure
him.
I'm sure he absolutely wouldn't have done that.
They are good for being violent.
He starts walking away.
Well then, Orion, let's make our way to the castle then.
You and Orion would go and step out from this place. Allow me to go and get yet another thing of Castletown, because I knew that we would have more Castletown things. I just knew that it wouldn't be the same Castletown thing, so I picked up the other Castletown things. Luckily, we have so many Castletown things. Look at this Castletown thing. It's so different than the other Castletown things.
So different.
So different. I love it. It's so good. Freaking people over here are too close. I can't move it further up. Get out of here, people. Perfect. Everything's great.
It's always funny when the little pieces have a seizure.
I love
Very
it.
funny, yes.
There's definitely nothing under there. I'm sure everything is fine. Perfect. All right. So
There we go.
you would go and make your way outside. Upon doing so, Polo,
Mm-hmm.
you would find upon stepping out into the main of Castletown.
Oh, yeah, I felt like that's
Look at
where
him
our
dancing.
house is.
Look at him dancing.
Oh my god. I always I kind of tend to forget that, like, yeah, this is our house. It's like
This
it's not
boarded
like
up
in
piece of
some-
shit.
it's not in like the freaking wild western east side of freaking Castletown. It's like it's just a house on the corner over there.
It's just here. It's just doing its, doing its thing.
It's like 2 blocks down.
Every time you guys look over to it, it looks a lot worse on the outside than it does on the inside.
We really need to do something about that, I feel.
Nah.
Our
it's
windows
fine.
are nowhere near as busted up.
Nah, it's some kind of magic or some bullshit. It's fine.
At the same time, no one would ever
Our-
try to rob a place like this.
If anyone, I would love to imagine someone trying breaking in and then looking up and Gorthos at the fridge, just like, what? Who are you?
Nobody would ever
For
break
real.
into our weird freaking Hyrulean crack den. Well,
Just come
that's
in
where
this-
he's at. Get out of there. You going?
This is like fucking
Oh.
10 people, heavily armed. Like, the fuck are you doing?
A Hyrulean milk den.
Hyrulean milk den.
Who are you in here?
As
Got the
soon as
milk
you,
moonshine going.
as soon as you would make your way out, it's easy enough. It's easy enough to notice. But what were you gasping about? What's going on?
No, I was gonna be like the moonshine.
God damn it.
With the
All right.
Lon milk.
That's what I said.
Love that. Market it. TM that. Trademark that shit.
Sorry. The moonshine.
The moonshine. Just kind of moving this out of the way so we can move it off to a little bit to the right, because for some reason it won't let me do anything when it's that far out to the that far out to the left. I can't move. I can't mess around with it when it's that far out. Ramp. Bye, Polo.
Huh.
It's fine. You're alive. Orion's there too. It's fine. Okay. You guys step out. Upon doing so, the first thing I want you to do before anything is I'd like you to roll me for your spirit.
Rolling for Sprit. That is I am just rolling 6s.
That is a 7 altogether. Roll me one more time. $19. though.
19.
That's a much.
There we
That's a
go.
much
That one-
different
that-
one. That's a 20.
Yes.
Polo, you would step out, and as you would step out, we find. You would find upon stepping out into this place that there would be the nighttime of Hyrule. It is rather dark, rather twilighty all around the area. Which again, this one seems more like it's getting darker by the moment, whereas the one that you guys have been over in the River Zora domain was just like kind of perpetual. As you step out and you start to kind of like blink around, trying to get a good idea of what's looking around. Because of your demonic senses, you are able to mostly move unhindered in the dark. While it would be hard to fight, you would think it's not hard to move around. You're pretty sure you can see wherever you're going. You do find as soon as you step outside, there is a peculiarity in the air. And by in the air, I mean literally directly in the air in front of you. You find bloop, 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 bloop. You find little dots hovering in the air in front of you.
Oh,
You see these 5 looking like magic dots hovering off in front of where you're standing. As they do, as soon as you go to notice them, you see that a couple of them begin to move. As the one that is directly in front of you stays, the other 4 begin to just sort of show off into a direction.
There's just like the look at the dots, the look at Orion.
I don't sense anything off.
No, this is probably fine. It's just a bunch of dots. I'm a dot, basically.
I mean, you're more like an orb, but a tiny one.
Yeah. I'm better than you, Dot.
All right then. Well, I don't have any other leads on where he could be. If I can just get the ferry. Okay, there we go. Well, this will lead somewhere, right, Orion?
Orion glares at the dots as they begin to move away from him, but continues to follow them. Upon doing so, you guys would head off, making your way a little bit into the town. You would find that the dots eventually make their way up toward the window of the inn that is here, the first floor of the inn where you guys usually get your food and everything. As soon as you would make your way over toward the window, you would find that you're able to look inside and see that there are there's nobody inside, nobody hanging out doing their thing. Nobody is currently, doing any business at the very least. You do find, however, that there is a person seemingly waiting on the inside. As you make your way to the window, you see Ro. Ding.
Ah.
She goes and opens the window. She looks out to you. Oh, there you are.
You have been expecting me, Miss Ro?
Oh, I was waiting. I'm just seeing what was happening. Oh, the little dots are showing your way here?
You know about the little dots?
Yeah, I can't really see them, though.
Oh?
Apparently they're some sort of favor or something. I don't know. I don't really understand gods or goddesses or anything. Here, hold on. Let me get it for you. She makes her way inside. At which point, she comes back out, and she seems to hold in her hands what appears to be a heart-shaped box, as she hands it off to you. There you go.
What is this?
Apparently it's something for you, but you're not supposed to open it.
Oh, all right then.
I can't say much else. He doesn't really explain things.
I see. All right then.
He never really gave me a time on when to do this, so I'm thinking he just thinks it's whenever you're ready.
Am I just supposed to keep following the little dots?
I suppose so. Are the little dots doing anything? I can't see them.
Looks around.
You see the little dots have moved off into another direction.
I think they're going on without me.
Nope, they're not.
Oh.
They're just hovering
never mind.
hovering in that direction.
I guess they seem to be, more so waiting on me.
Well, if there's anything else you need. I know my hours aren't really open right now, but for you, I'll do anything.
I don't think I need anything.
All right, then. She just sits back.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm booked for the whole night.
Oh, then we shan't disturb you any longer. Come, let's go, Orion.
Let me know how you like it. Shuts window.
Yes,
Just bam!
yes. Let's go.
You start following the dots again? I'm guessing?
Yeah.
You start to follow said dots. Upon doing so, the dots lead you up and around. They show themselves in front of the statue of the goddess for a moment, which again, you realize, man, they really got those proportions wrong. Everything's different, yada, yada, yada. We talk about this all the time. For a bit, the dots sort of come in and out, dancing off in front of the fountain for a little while, before finally showing themselves off and seemingly going over toward where the guardhouse is. As you get there, it seems to stop just outside of one of the windows.
The guardhouse? Why would Garland be at the guardhouse?
Just stands in front of the window, just kind of peers in.
You get to the window, you hear a sigh, and then you hear like, yes, yes. You see Hosier inside the window looking out to you.
Good evening, Mr. Hosier.
One moment. He like looks over, picks up a piece of paper. Good evening, Miss Polo. How are you doing tonight? Is there anything that I can get you?
Is that a script?
If there is anything that you desire, please tell me. Smile at her.
This is an awkward cough.
Did Garland put you up to this?
Hold on. It skips a couple of pages of it. No, he did not. Wink.
Okay, well, the best thing to do in this instance is to play along. But how do you play along? Well then, good sir, if you haven't, if this isn't, how do you do?
I am rather well, Miss Polo. Would you like a drink?
A drink?
Yes, I have. Looks through pages. Milk, wine, water, juice,
Chateau?
He brings it over. Can you read this? Ramon.
Just puts the script in her fucking face.
Oh, it's Ramon. Oh, it's from the ranch. Yeah, Chateau Romani. Yes. I've never seen it spelled out. I'm sorry.
No, it's quite fine. You can take your script back.
Thank you. All right. I need it.
From the guardhouse.
Mhm.
I might need something for the rest of this night, possibly. I'd have a little bit of the wine.
Of course, allow me. He reaches underneath the area, pulls out what appears to be a nice-looking bottle of wine. In fact, you've seen this wine before, since you've been around several of the different places in the city. You recognize this as whenever you were having a dinner off in the castle. Whenever you were trying to help Ro with the dinner that was there, you find this is one of the bottles of wine from the castle.
Oh.
As he takes it out, he looks off to you. Walking around with this is probably not legal, but
Well, I don't have to walk around with it. We can just a glass.
of course. He goes over, pours a small glass of it, and puts it on the windowsill. He looks back to you. You can return to me whenever it is you feel you need more. I am booked for the night.
Booked? You two are booked for the night.
Yep.
She just takes a couple sips of it.
It's very nice.
Oh, that is very smooth.
You see Orion looking at it.
She just takes another sip of it until there's a good little bit, and then she just holds it out to Orion.
Lick, 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 lick.
Lip, 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 lip.
Mm-hmm.
Steph,
Hosier's just watching this.
just this one, huh? Just sets the cup on the windowsill.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome, Miss Polo.
Just Polo is fine. It's okay. You don't have to adhere.
I do,
entirely to-
actually.
You do.
Yes. Is there
okay.
anything else, Miss Polo?
No. I think you have done your job to the best of your ability.
Well, then, if you ever need anything else, he closes the window.
It's just a look to Orion.
Let's keep going, Orion. I feel like this is only going to get order and order as we continue.
Polo, as you begin making your way out from here, I'm guessing you are going to be following the dots again.
Yes.
You find yourself heading off and away, looking off toward the north of this place. Looking back toward Castletown. Roll me for your diligence, please.
Diligence. I'll put an inspiration in this. 12 plus 2 plus 4 is 18.
You start to notice, as you look back, thinking back toward Ro and Hosier, you start to realize you haven't seen anyone other than them.
This town is bare. Where is everybody? There was a parade earlier today.
There was a totally planned parade earlier.
There should be people still gallivanting and partying on the streets. Where did
Just grabs Orion.
I know that Galen is in very well with the gods, but now I'm very frightened. Let's go, Orion.
You start to make your way about. You continue to follow. Every now and then, you would find that the dots would lead you off toward another window. You would go to it, and you would find the person who would normally be associated with said window. You would find that most of the time, as you would go to a window, you would find that the person inside would just be like waving to you, saying, "Hello, Miss Polo, is there anything you need?" Until finally, you do find, after about 3 more windows, it seems to lead you over toward the wall of Castletown. As you would get there, have to find, which one was you? Was you this one? No. Was you this one? No. I had you ready. Blah. You find as you step up toward the wall of Castletown, Polo. Gonna grab you and move you over to the other side of the room.
Meow. Meow.
Oh God, you're back in the middle of the Riverzora domain. Oh no.
The dots led me all the way back here.
You find, stepping up, following the little dots, you find stepping up into the area what appears to be the watch area you had been in before with Galen.
Oh.
The place where you told Galen how you felt, but Galen didn't really give you the best answer at the time.
There's like a tiny deflate and like a little squeeze to Orion. It's just like,
It's kind of odd. It feels like so long ago.
You step up the different parts of the stairs, looking around as you do, until you get up near the top of it, and you do find there's a person waiting there. Seemingly just staring off on the other side, past where the gate, where the wall is. You, as you start doing that, you just see him moving around, looking back towards you. Oh, there you are.
Sorry for the wait. I got a little bit had my hands tied with trying to make good air with the Zora domain. It was a little overwhelming, but I was able to get everything I could do.
No, it's fine. I realized we didn't talk about any sort of time to do this, so I called in a favor.
The whole town?
No, not everyone.
Then, I mean, Miss Rowe and Mr. Hosier.
Yeah, I brought them in too.
So there were several people.
Well, yeah, but it's fine. They're getting paid. I didn't just ask my sister to do it for nothing, you know.
Well, of course not. I mean, I mean, she would probably do it whether you gave her any sort of money or not, but
I just thought
I'm sure.
I kept thinking while I was talking with people in the castle, I kept thinking where would be a great place to bring you, and nowhere seemed grand enough, nowhere seemed good enough. We've already been to every best place around. I didn't want to just take you back to my sister's, since that was the best place we can get food other than your own. And eventually I settled on everything.
As everything?
Everything, yeah. I spoke with the goddesses, and they made this place for us.
This place?
I brought the others in for a bit, at least for the night. Didn't tell them the night is technically continually going until we say so. But hey, contractually they have the entire night.
You froze time.
Smiles.
Tomorrow isn't happening anytime soon until... Is that what they mean by the whole night?
I mean, I'm getting my money's worth.
Yeah, you are, actually. You are actually, yes. It is very impressive to say that you could ask the
Come here.
goddesses of that.
Come here, actually. Before anything. He takes your hand and starts leading you over toward the wall.
Yeah.
He does not take Aster and Orion's hands, but they come.
Freaking, she was holding Orion. Orion just freaking falls from her hand.
He brings you over toward the edge of this place. As you look over, he does stop you for a moment from looking fully over. I had thought a lot about everything, especially about the times that we were here last, and everything that you went through in order to, well, be brave and let me know how you felt. And, well, last time I couldn't make it as special as I would have wanted it to. Back then, I felt like I didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't want to drag you down with me. My life was basically trying to become the best I could be, and I didn't have time for anything else, and that's why I acted the way that I did. Being, well, the male Gerudo used to always be, or Gerudo, my bad, he would say Gerudo.
He would say it right.
He would say it right. Being the male Gerudo used to be everything that I thought was important. I wasn't important other than that, and my brother back then was the most important person in my life. And I knew that if I wanted one of us to continue to be honored, that had to be the primary thing on my mind. Even though my mind was full of thoughts of you.
Mm,
I also have been told, after our little stunt we did in the cave there, that I'm in a bit of trouble. Messing about with time and nearly, well, erasing some or all of us. Didn't really have my goddess be in the best mood. She's told me that I need to focus on that and that alone now. Giving her and the goddess of time a body, like I promised. So that means I won't be able to travel around everywhere with you, at least for a little while. I'm still going to be here, and I'm still going to be in other places, and if you need me for anything, I'm sure I can take a day or so off. But I've basically been told if I don't, then I'm cut off.
I wouldn't want to be a hindrance to that. And after all, your mission should still be the most important thing to you. Even if now you've found a way that you and Kuro can be remembered, it's not a chance you want to waste, and certainly one you shouldn't have tried to recklessly throw away.
I guess at the time I didn't think about it. Everybody was so wanting to help out that I got sort of swept up in it as well. Besides, nothing bad would have happened. We're all great.
Yes, of course, but...
No, seriously, Polo. Every one of us, especially you. There wasn't a chance in anything that anything bad was going to happen with us. We are far too great to be taken down by something like fate.
You make it sound so easy and simple.
Should it not be?
I guess you're right. It always feels so complicated and silly when everybody else is talking about it. But when you just put it in such few words, it seems like anybody can understand.
Me and Kuro have been held down by fate all of our lives. And then I came and met with all of you. And I realized I'm too good for fate. And all of you are the same as well. Now, because I can't be going around and seeing everything that I want to with you, at least for the time being, I did ask for one more favor.
Was that everything going on in the town?
No, that was a separate favor.
Oh.
This is a different one. I wanted to see... Here. He motions out over the castle, or over the castle walls. As you turn, and you finally see that what you're looking at is not the mountains in Hyrule. You're looking off on a vast plain. You see far off in the distance what appear to be mountains, but more snowy. You see at the base of all of them, mostly farmland, mostly plains, and few different kinds of wooded areas sprinkled between. You're looking at almost an aerial view from what you can tell, just sort of squinting and looking over since you have never seen it from this high up. You see the plains of the north. And off beyond on the highest parts of the mountains, the snow-capped mountains beyond, you see what appear to be these strange glowing lights throughout the area. You see those same little pinpricks of those red lights that seem to kind of coalesce and join up until you see the colors begin to change, and you see these lights that you could only see to the far north, high up into the sky. As he looks down upon it, looks back to you. Welcome home, right?
How did you... This is... I've never even seen the north like this. There's no mountain high enough. It is...
I was told to not worry about the physics of it. If I did, it might be something too much for me to comprehend. And I told them it's fine. I'm good at not thinking about things like that.
It's felt like forever since I've seen home.
It's no desert, but it's really nice. Probably a little cold.
Maybe with someone dressed in your garb.
Hey, I'm not supposed to hide this from anyone in the world.
I mean, with some proper enchantment and the proper cloth, I could probably make something suitable for you in the north without hindering you from showing your assets.
And I'm sure there's some sort of anti-thing like we found off in the mountains that'll heat me up instead of cool me off.
Mm.
I could probably make something about it. I could probably ask Argo to make something about it. We could probably make something about it. Argo could probably make something about it. I don't want to deal with that.
No, I don't think you'd want to deal with Bruise. You never seemed quite interested.
They always just sort of happen randomly with me.
Mm.
I'll try to make something hot, I'll end up making something cold or electrifying.
Mm. Surely there should be some sort of potion that can warm.
I'm sure if I tried to make it, I'd turn one of us into Magic Frog. Or something like that had happened, I don't know.
Well, we wouldn't know unless we tried.
Polo, would you still love me if I was Magic Frog?
I feel like there would be some obstacles that would need to be overcome, but I think with proper understanding and communication...
What if I was a worm?
A worm?
A little worm.
A worm. How could I communicate with a worm? I feel like with proper understanding and care and watching my step, we could overcome you being a worm.
You know, in situations like that, you can just say yes and not think about it. It's never going to happen.
Oh, I guess so. I guess that is true. I mean, potions can do just about anything, can't they? There might be one and someone might throw it at you and turn you into a worm.
I'll test all my potions on Marco first. I'm sure he'll love it. They'll have a 50-50 chance of turning him into a worm or giving him infinite power. I bank on that. Put that away for later. Gotta ask Marco.
You probably don't want to place your bets before he even knows what you're betting on.
He seems like a betting guy.
Actually, considering he was doing a lot of gambling back in the village. So I guess he probably would if you make the gamble seem good enough.
Good to know.
You might be onto something.
I'm here to talk about anything you want to talk about. And we're gonna ramble on throughout the night if one of us doesn't stop us. However, before we think further on into this infinite night, there is one other thing.
really is an infinite night. You actually made a contract with the goddess to make it an infinite night.
Yeah, everyone's stuck here until we say so. Anyway.
So just a firm grasp on the rails.
You see him holding out, he seems to bring out from his bag what appears to be a small box with a heart on it. Oh, would you look at that? You got me one too. Points to your box.
That's like as she had pulled it out, it's like,
yes.
Well, if we both brought each other something, shall we?
Yes. Here.
just holds it out.
He takes your box. As he does, he puts it down, looks to you, brings his box out, and steps closer to you. I wanted to be cool about this.
I'm kind of confused.
Well, at first I made this for you because, well, I didn't make it, but everybody made it, and I had it made. Either way. It took a long time, but I wanted you to have something. And now that everything has gone the way it has, I asked Zelda if she'd help me out with it a little bit.
Miss Zelda?
Polo.
Hmm?
Open this.
Are you sure there's a heart on it?
I don't know. Let me think about it a little more. Nah, you know what? Open it.
Looks to Orion. At this point, Acer's probably on Orion's head, just like, just fucking sleeping.
Of course.
Just like closes her eyes. And then just slowly opens the box, and once she feels it like open, it's like open an eye and look in.
You see inside what appears to be a ruby ring sitting upon a very nice looking silken pillow.
A ring?
Yeah. I see you got me one too. As he opens up the other box and shows there's another one. We're matching.
Yes, quite so. They are matching.
This would have just been it. But, like I said, I talked to Zelda about it. And I feel weird about just leaving you guys like I have to do. I mean, I could have just told the Goddess of the Sands no, but I don't think anybody would have liked that. But I also don't think... I don't like the idea of leaving all of you without everything you need. So, Polo. Gorthos said I could put my power into it.
Huh?
Whenever he handed it to me, I could put some magic into it, and I gotta say, I'm a little bit impressed. I asked him just how much I could throw in, and he said that it was sounded like a challenge. So I put everything I could, including if you put this on, according to Zelda, you're going to get my piece of the Triforce of Power.
What?
Hmm.
Could that even... but I'm... Well... Would it even accept me? I am still, if even partially, a demon.
Yeah, I had to make sure to ask because I don't really trust those golden goddesses with anything. I made sure to ask Zelda if I handed it to you if it wasn't gonna just, like, get rid of you or something, but apparently everything will be fine.
Mm. So they are a means to stay connected.
I put a little bit more of me in there as well. Something I kind of got from Ronan. How he said whenever he was making his for Obra that he was putting something that made him inside, and I couldn't really think of much inside of me that I felt would make it, well, good, so I decided to just make sure to give you guys something to rely on. Not to mention, I wanted to check in on all this windy stuff that's been happening around me anyway. So, a good way to do that is to not rely on this as much. Inside this ring, I've placed a fair amount of my fire.
Oh. But will you be safe?
I'll be
Holding
fine.
with it?
I'm not going off and doing anything humongously dangerous like you guys are. I'm just making a set of bodies for two immortal beings is all. Easy peasy.
You say that and you haven't done it before.
I'll get to it.
It's very beautiful.
You don't have to take it if you feel it's too much. But this is... I tried to put as much into it as I felt could help. As well, I wanted to make sure that you knew by taking it how much you've changed me. And how much you mean to me.
Me?
I would still love you if you turned into a worm. But I much prefer you like you are.
I don't really know what to say. I mean, when I first stepped back here, it felt like so long ago that I thought I did something very stupid, but I didn't regret it. I found myself more sad for you than for myself. I wasn't sure what to expect when I came here. But like you kept your promise on that day. When you said to just give you time, that more of my wishes would come true.
As you can see, I've done a lot with that time.
Yes, you
We
have.
can stay here forever if we really wanted to.
I mean, I'm sure there are other people in town that would.
Oh, they would
really
hate it.
they would really appreciate the sun back.
They would hate it, but they don't matter.
I mean, I would say that they matter.
Oh,
but
they
I
matter,
wouldn't-
enough.
I'd say it if.
But not to the general sentiment of the joke.
Oh, I meant I would say it if it meant anything to me too. Mm.
I'd let them out.
Of course I'm going to wear it. If it keeps me connected to you, it'll be like you never left. I mean, it won't crack wise little jokes and tease me every once in a while, but it'll be more than enough until you finish what you have to do.
I'm different from Ronan. Our magics are different. Mine aren't great for showing connection or anything, but I was able to make it to where whenever I'm around, it'll give off a little shine for you. It'll also explode your enemies, so I think that's one up.
Almost as good as the real thing. It's going to be a little hard at first. It already feels like we've all been together for so long. Even though it's not been years and years like it has been. But while I can't really fathom how I could have changed you, you've changed my entire world. I left that, just like pointing out towards the balcony, I left all of that with an idea in my head of what I wanted, what I thought I needed. Not sure how I could even get it. And when I was trapped in the forest, and you rescued us, it really felt like my chance to do something with myself finally started. If that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense.
You were the first one to really make me feel accepted. All you did was something as silly as comment on my horns and push me into the crowd when I was terrified. It might have not been much, but it meant so much to me. It made me feel welcome. I think that's really when it all started.
If I didn't do it, one of the others would, but I wanted to beat them to the punch.
Thank you. Thank you, Galen.
Do you want to put it on?
Actually, no.
Hmm?
You put it on me.
Just like holds out the box to him again.
Well, of course, my queen. And I'm serious about that.
I'm going to hold you to that. If not, you'll have 2 stern other demons to talk to.
It would be really bad if I'd have to beat up your brothers. And what kind of a night is that? He would go and grab the ring. He would bring it over to your hand. And he would slip it on your finger. Upon doing so, you feel a bit of magic escape from the ring. As for a moment, there is a small bit of heat on the back of your hand. As you would note, right where Gallon's would have been, right where the others were, what appears to be a golden mark appearing for a moment on the back of your hand. He would hold out the silken pillow heart-shaped box that has the other ring up to you and kind of smile.
Okay, fair.
I can't be the only one.
You're right.
She just nervously grabs the box and she's just like,
Which finger does it go on?
As you start looking for fingers, you're trying to figure out what to do. You see him move his hand up and just slide the ring into its finger as you're holding it. And as he does, getting closer to you as he does so, he goes in for a kiss.
Bart? Bart? There we go, there's this.
No, look, it's private moment.
She will lean in.
After what seems like a very long time, but who knows? Time is soup in this place.
He literally stops time, so who knows how long it is.
So, like I said, I have everybody for the entire night. Or do you want to just skip all that and tell them all to go home?
She's like looking around as if there'd be anyone watching, looks at Orion and Aster, but then like puts like a hand to her mouth and is like whispering,
What do you mean by skipping all that?
I don't mean anything. What are you thinking of?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Polo, you wouldn't be thinking anything indecent.
Absolutely not. I mean,
Are you sure?
Maybe a little, but I mean, it would make waste of the night that you've labored so intently to extend forever.
Let's go see if we can get Ro to get us something, and have Hosier bring us something strong.
Yes, of course.
And then we'll tell him it's something that we didn't order and have him bring us something else.
That would be rude.
It'd be funny though, right?
I mean,
Fine, I won't be mean to him.
might be a little bit funny.
He brings his hand out that has the ring on it and just sort of holds it out to you.
She'll take his hand with the ring that's on hers.
He will start to lead you back away. As you guys walk away from the site that is over top of the wall, you see that the area to the north begins to fade slightly, the plains of the north, until all you can see is the basically Aurora Borealis shining high up in the sky beyond you.
Oh hell yeah. Them's is pretty. Them's is pretty lights.
Aurora Borealis.
As he would lead you back off into the city, and there would be things. There would be date stuff. There would be city. Having Hosier bring you guys wine only to tell him you wanted Chateau instead. There would
And
be.
he would get mad.
I distinctly heard you say wine. There would be asking Ro to get you guys different kinds of pastries and stuff, different kind of sweets and things that they had already been had prepared. You would see that there would be several people who were here, would have been performers and things that would have stuck around to be called outward whenever they come out. Some of the ones you had said hi to on the way toward Gallon. And as the night would continue on, eventually the two of you would dismiss the others, would tell them all to get out of here because, you know, it's been several hours at this point and the sun still hasn't risen. Are we here forever? Like, is this life now?
They're looking at their clocks like, the fuck's going on? The fuck they doing out there?
But with a gesture with just a flick of his hand, Gallon would send everybody back home. And depending on what you guys want to do for the rest of the night, some different things happen over the rest of the night.
You can say stuff happening for the rest of the night.
Yeah,
You can just think about
why is
it in their
everybody
heads, but
fucking interrogating us for? Just things happen, all right?
Yeah, you know, nothing serious happened, and I don't have to worry about it.
Hey, look, the button.
I gotta fucking worry about shit. You gotta worry about nothing. None of your business.
So while all that's going down,
there.
Squeaky,
Yes.
I've already talked to you about it. I will be giving you a token for it next game, but you have now obtained this ruby ring that Gallon had been making for you for quite a while. What this is going to do is not only is it now allowing you, you can take the ring off and the Triforce doesn't disappear or anything. It mostly just transferred the Triforce from him to you, so like it isn't guaranteed to like be in the ring. Not that you would know because you're never going to take it off, right? But the actual ring itself has two functions. It is going to first off allow for anytime Gallon is around. It'll give off a little bit of a shine, like, oh, Gallon's in the town, let's go find him.
Yeah.
Let's go find him and go on another freaking time date or something.
Time date.
One of them time dates.
You don't have to freeze.
No. We have to do it every time.
You don't have to freeze the flow of time every time.
Next time we'll have the king serve us wine.
Parker would like to know Gallon's location.
Treason. We'll have the princess do a little dance for us.
They owe us. It's fine.
Have her in a fucking Hooters outfit.
Christ.
Fucking Matilda in a Hooters outfit. God dang. But not only does it give off a little shine whenever Gallon's near, but also it will allow you to use two of his abilities. And this is something that the entire party can use. Once per encounter, you guys are able to use two of Gallon's abilities. One of them being, where is Gallon's stuff at so I can throw it over at you guys? There it is. Once per encounter. Oh, that's not it. Yep. you guys would be able to use the... I can't fucking see what it's called because the lighting in the room. Bleh. There we go. It's still not. Fuck you. Fuck you, light. Fuck you, room light. You can use his healing right. I believe that one is the Rite of the Mortal Goddess. I can't remember though, because I can't fucking see it because the lighting in the room. You guys are able to use the Rite of the Mortal Goddess once per combat. Anybody while they're within any range of Polo, they can use one of their actions. So Polo does not have to waste their action to do it, but anyone can use one of their actions to heal a party member around by I believe it was 1d6 for Gallon. Yes. So you can use 1d6 and you can add goddess points to add other 1d6s.
Hello, dungeon action target.
Yeah.
And let me make sure I got it. Once per combat, you guys can also use Flame Burst. Fireball. You guys can fireball.
Nice.
Fireball.
These are
Awesome.
things that I say once per combat, but it's basically once per day. But you know, you guys never have more than one combat in a day anyway in this game. But they are things that will recharge upon the next morning happening. But you guys can use one of these two abilities once per combat. So hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Neato.
And again, anyone can use their action to do it. And they're going to be based off of Gallon stats. But yeah.
Neat.
With that being said, at the end of your little date, Polo,
Yeah.
the morning would eventually come because otherwise, you know, you guys are stuck there forever. There would be one more thing that Gallon would hand off to you in that morning. And that would be, as he looks to you, do me one more favor, Polo. He pulls out the golden crown. I promised Korra I would take him, but kinda can't right now. Do you mind?
I don't mind at all. I'll break the news to him.
I'll have to make it up to him somehow. I would get him another shield, but he didn't even use the shield I got him last time.
Maybe get him a sword to go with it.
Something like that.
Or maybe... He seems like the kind that would really do... With how big he can be, he can probably take a claymore and use it with one hand. Or maybe some sort of javelin.
I'll talk to Gorthos. But that will be you guys waking up in the morning for that, which means we need to finish off the night for the other guys. However, we are at 4 hours. So I think that with all of that, yep, it is 3 hours and 53 minutes.
Oh, that's the timer on the Twitch is weird then.
We had like a drop.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
we had like a drop halfway through stream, if you remember. The recording is at 4 hours though.
Okay. I didn't even notice that the Twitch did that. Okay.
But yes, we are going to be stopping there for the night, getting back to everything in the morning as everybody finishes off their nightly things. Yeah, hope everybody liked the little convos everybody had, as well as Marco making far too much money.
Hello, I'm Marco. Instead of having heartfelt conversations with my friends and party members, I gambled the night away.
Hello, I'm Marco.
Okay.
I'm the richest one in the group.
I'm now the richest one in the group. I do the stupid things. That's my role in the group. and hey, my luxury set of cards came in handy. Look at that, I actually used them.
You tried
guys,
to-
and I got
You tried to
fucked up
gamble.
money.
You tried to gamble in front of a lot of bandits. Of course, they're gonna fucking go for it. They're like, oh yeah, let's fucking have fair games, said most of them, and then some of them lying.
Some of them lying, including Marco, who only didn't cheat once.
They
I
lied
guess
as
only one
easily as
person.
they breathe.
Who cheated.
They lied as easily as they breathed.
Everyone who are bandits and thieves sees everyone else cheating when they can, says nothing not to disrupt the balance.
But yes, with that being said, we're going to be ending the recording here. Thank you guys very much for showing up for today's game. Hopefully next time we can figure out some things to do with the remainder of the night and the morning that would come. We will see if maybe the freaking Zora Queen's gonna chill the F out. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. Who knows? And we'll
That's
see
right,
if
we have
there's
tea with the queen.
we'll see if there's any more things going down that are between Elnath and freaking Matilda or something fucking crazy going on over there.
Yeah.
With all that being said, my dudes, hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, guys. Like always, later days.
Bye bye.
Oh, hi.